Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're doing some more of the Umineko playthrough, and yeah, today we're actually going to be beginning, more of episode 8. We're going to be doing the second part of the, Let's Play today, and yeah, we've actually stopped in the middle of a really quite interesting scene, actually. So basically what's going to happen is, Beatrice is going to show Ange magic, and firstly, can I just say, the fact that Beatrice is actually there, and Battler, obviously, and, they are in love-like relationships. Like, Battler literally hugged Beatrice the second he got there. And it's just really weird how, different in terms of, the normality of the events that we're seeing here are, the fact that the Peace Battler actually has full knowledge of Beatrice. And secondly, the Peace of Beatrice, she loves Battler rather than, no pain actually happening. And it's really interesting to think, just how different everything is in this game board. But then again, I mean, some things, though, some things are just different, but because of the fact that they've been made to look different by previous game boards. Some things, like, for example, the normal Kinzo, they may be shown here. It's really quite hard to tell. There are so many things that, the truth is really quite abstract because of the fact that, the game boards we've seen have kind of twisted our view of those truths. And, yeah, it's going to be really quite cool just to see how everything's answered here. And also, what we're going to learn from this. Obviously, biggest question of, what is the key? What is the book that the key leads to? How is that likened to either, staying or going? Which one is it? Firstly, I don't even know which one you could analyze it with. Right, let's just get some context. Here we are. Yeah, that's actually going to be really quite something. So Ange challenged a witch. Now that she was about to be shown magic. Oh, yeah, fair enough, actually. Yeah. She was a little hesitant. God, so I wonder what's actually going to happen. Yeah, she gulped and then stared up at the witch's face. Ooh, new soundtrack. Oh, this sounds really quite ethereal. I like it. It just... Ooh. Oh no, we've heard this soundtrack before. No, this isn't new. Actually, I don't know if we have. No, I recognise it. I don't know if we have or not. It sounds very similar to something we've heard if we haven't heard it yet, that is. Yeah. Oh my god, this is going to be cool. So the witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Ange's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers. Oh, let me guess, make it so that her eyes are shut. Ange, thinking that she was... Oh my god, that's hilarious. Ange, thinking that she was about to be turned into a frog, shrank back. However, after waiting a while and grinding her teeth, she realised that nothing was happening. Yes, seriously though, yeah, it's totally illusionary. Yeah, that part of her that had been scared began to get angry. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah, just for being lied to. Yeah, nothing's happening. Don't jump to conclusions. I haven't used magic yet. See, look carefully at my palm. Oh, yeah, obviously strengthening the validity of the trick, I see. I'm not hiding anything, correct? Oh, so that's what she's doing. Ha, that's hilarious. Oh my god. No, I don't think we've actually heard this track before, but it sounds really cool. Oh, so that's what she's doing. Now that she finally understood, Ange checked both sides of the witch's hand. Yeah, both ones. Good. There's nothing there. Watch closely. I'll make a fist. And then stretch out my index finger. I see. Yeah, she stretched out her index finger and held it right in front of Ange's eyes. Ange, thinking she'd lose the game if she took a step back. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, stood her ground and concentrated on the fingers. She's concentrating as well. That's going to make an illusion really quite difficult to do. What's the tip of my finger closely? Oh my god, what's going to happen? Yeah, ready, it will be fast. What is she going to do? Oh my god. The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointing at the heavens. I see. That's really weird. Just as Ange looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her get. Oh, in that manner. Oh, that's really interesting. So, by the way, isn't it interesting to think that Battler has just kind of disappeared? I do wonder if Battler's actually going to be the one who is supporting Beatrice in this trick. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah, that's interesting, just totally trying to divert her attention. Yeah, in that manner, up, down, left, right, and then left again. Ange, feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the fingertip, swung her face this way and that, looking so... Oh, I like that. Yeah. Ever since Ange... Oh, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, ever since she was very young, Ange had hated to lose. That definitely makes sense when you actually apply it to the new, you know, parts of the story, like in episode 4, for example, in 1998. I mean, it just totally makes sense that Ange will do nothing until she has, you know, gained some sort of satisfaction, you know, for actually finding out what's happened to her family. Yeah, ever since she was very young, Ange had hated to lose. She would take even the most trivial games seriously, determined not to lose to the... Oh my god, I like that, yeah. Let's just hope Edika never appears. I think Edika is actually going to appear in this chapter, so... Yeah, if she does, then somebody's going to be pissed off if they lose in riddles. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. And she didn't lose track of it. I see. That's really weird. Then the high pointing finger was swung down all of a sudden. Weird. The index finger curled up again, and the hand was held in a simple fist. Could it be that something was going to come out of that hand? Yeah, I mean, that would be reasonable. Yeah, Ange, who had suspected that this might happen, had followed the finger very closely. Yeah, there was no... That's actually really interesting to think that she has really closely followed it. But then again, though, what if you... So, you have a fist clenched, and you're pointing your index finger in various directions, but if you actually have a fist clenched, then what you could do is, you could make it, when she's pointing the index finger down... Oh, for fuck... When she's pointing the index finger down, you could make it so that the back of your hand goes near your pocket, and then if it's something that's really easy to get out of your pocket... Oh yeah, a bit of a tricky thing. She has no pockets. Oh, for fuck's sake. Looks like... Fucking kill me. It's gonna be so hot in here. Ready, I'm gonna open my hand. Well, then again, I think if... No, judging by the fact that Beatrice doesn't have any pockets, I think what she has done is she's made it look to Ange like she is actually... She's done the trick before she's actually asked Ange to pay attention, I think. I think that's the most likely, but at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. No, so if you ask somebody to focus on your fist... Well, yeah, just clench it in a fist and then put it in beforehand. I'm gonna open my hand. Yeah, but then again, she actually proved to Ange the fact that there was nothing there. So, you could... No, I think it's just a really clever trick of the hand. This witch slowly opened her right fist. And there... Yeah, it's gotta be a... What? Oh, yeah. How? How, Oni-chan? Oh, that's interesting. So, she's been shown magic. Yeah, the witch gave the cutely wrapped candy to Ange as a present. I see, yeah. Ange took it and desperately searched for some kind of trick on it, but it was just an everyday, ordinary candy. Oh my god, that's quite funny. Yeah. How? That was a trick, wasn't it, Oni-chan? Yeah. Oni-chan. Yeah, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's interesting that they're actually trying to indoctrinate her into believing in magic. It's weird. No, that was magic. Yeah, you were watching the whole time, weren't you? Yeah, this is going to be key. Yeah, since I was watching the whole time, how did it happen? Right, so I think the reasonable place to think about... No, I think it's reasonable to think that she probably did it when she was pointing downwards, and then she just, with a slight trick of the hand, made it so that she has... Let's say she has a clenched fist, and then she gets the clenched fist, puts it in the pocket. So this is what it's like to her pocket, and then you get the clenched fist, you put it... No, you've got to do it in a manner that can't be noticed. So maybe you just get some of your fingers and then you slightly move them up, and then you put it in your pocket, and then... I don't really know. How would you do that without being seen? Well, then again, if you stretched your finger and then somehow got the candy to go on that finger and then, you know, reclench your fist, you could in theory do it. But then again, though, that'd have to be really well executed to actually make somebody believe in magic, because... You know, it must have been done with so much precision. I don't know, that's really cool. Because it couldn't have possibly been happening when Ange was actually looking, and it couldn't have possibly happened before. No, there's got to be... Well, wait, hang on a second. There's another thing I haven't thought of. So when she's moving her hand left or right. Well, the thing is that's tricky is Angie is entirely concentrating. So she could use her other hand and she could hand it to her, but I don't get how. It is weird. I don't know. I feel like... then again, it doesn't really matter about the answer. I'm just kind of curious for curiosity's sake. So you move your finger up, you move your hand up, and then you move it down. And then you move it left. And then you move it right. And then you move it up, and then you move it down, and then you move it left. Oh, wait. I've got an interesting point. So she moved it left and right, and then left again. So she probably wanted to... Maybe that was when she had actually used her other arm to hand it. Yeah, maybe it was really close. So maybe her hand was just... Maybe the hands met, and then she was able to quickly open her fist, put the candy from the other fist into that other fist, and then, continue with the trick. I don't know, but how do you do that without Angie paying attention? But then again, though, if you've asked Angie to actually pay attention to the hand that is pointing, then are you potentially going to be oblivious to anything else that is happening? If it's within a close... if it's not within a close range, and if it's disguised well. I think that's where the trick is. That's so cool. Since I was watching the whole time, how did it happen? Yeah, exactly. That's because of the fact that her belief in magic has been nurtured by these two. It's a complete lie and it's a facade that these people were doing and then using it to completely manipulate a kid. Yeah, Angie didn't like it, but she was unable to see how that could have been anything other than magic. Yeah. Yeah, the little sister furrowed her brow and bit her lower lip. Her brother gently told her again that it was magic. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's about time for me to head to the mansion to pay my respects. You have got to be kidding me. So in this game board, is it kind of as if Beatrice is somebody that is always within the game board? That's so weird. You should come along, Battler. Ha! I'll suffocate if I have to go alone. You sure? Then I'll join you. What about you, Ange? Will you go back to the guest house? Yeah, I want to stay with you, Oni-chan. Yeah, she still couldn't accept it. Oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, though. Yeah. And isn't it really interesting to think that whenever with human beings they are shown something that they can't comprehend whatsoever, you know, they always just take the easy option. In cases like these, obviously, a lot of people don't. I think if you understand what I've just said, like, the chances of you actually taking the easy option are really reduced. Then again, it's a mistake we all make, even if we understand it. That's the worst thing. She couldn't accept it, however. Could it really be? She still looked grumpy. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, it's going to be a proper test of Beatrice's tricks. She still looked grumpy, but it looked like she was getting interested in the switch. Then let us go. Oh, that's actually really interesting. So is Beatrice returning simultaneously with Battler? The Golden Witch returns. Seriously though, yeah. And isn't it really interesting to think that Battler actually knows this? It's as if it's common knowledge. The Golden Witch's grandchild returns, you mean? But hang on a second, I don't understand how it's common knowledge. Kinzo literally fucked his daughter. Why is that common knowledge? We really need to do something about... I see that. Yeah, the big brother and the witch really did seem... Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Yeah, it's interesting that. With kindred spirits like a pair of comedians. I love that. They started walking. God, yeah, Angie held onto the corner of her brother's sleeve, trying to make sure he didn't forget about her. Oh, right. What's next? Oh, it looks like, either the VIP... Yeah, it is the VIP room, yeah. The VIP room was filled with the sweet smell of pumpkin tea. That's really interesting, so Beatrice is there. And packed with smiles and laughter. Oh yeah, that's interesting. This shows how the world has how and why the world has actually been, you know, as good as it has possibly been. Simply splendid. Yeah, I'm glad to see you in such high spirits. God, this is so surprising. I can say the same for you. Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, what Idiot says, you're reaching your last year. I just brought her a bit of cheer from you. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I just brought her a bit of cheer from you. Once I return to my study, I will be a little more than a withering, senile old man. And isn't that really significant? Because it just shows the fact that, you know, the appearances, I wouldn't really say the public appearances, but, you know, the appearances, you know, Kinzo actually shows to people and how they differ. It's just really interesting how, you know, how two-sided this character is. Enough of your lies. I wonder, give it up and swear that you'll be living at large until you're 100. Jesus Christ, that'd be so rare for a time like that. Oh my god, I love that. I love that that could be such an insult, and yet at the same time it could be such a, you know, happy thing to say, I suppose. Same here, I haven't seen you for 6 years, but I was surprised to see how little you'd changed. Yeah, fair enough, you little brat. Oh my god, I love that. So it seems you've learned flattery during these past 6 years. Sorry to disappoint you, but you're hardly a fair judge in that matter. Fair. I don't disagree with that, yeah, I've grown quite old indeed. 1,000 yen, Jesus Christ, how much money is that? £5.24. Yeah, I'll bet £5, sure. Give me your money. He's probably gonna die in 1986 as well, that's the funny thing. Yeah, me too. Jesus Christ. Grandfather won't be any different when he's 100. Well, somebody needs to stop drinking if he wants to, you know, live to that long. But then again though, I mean, this is the life where Kinzo is really, really nice and pleasant. Well, then again though, it's really hard to tell with Kinzo because it's hard to tell whether he has always shown this pleasant side to his family in all of the game boards, or in some game boards, obviously, he is a really horrible man, whereas in others, you know, he's a lot kinder compared to how we've seen him. But then again, we've got to keep in mind public appearances as well, and, you know, the fearful appearances that people, well, that he actually gives by... the fearful appearances that he actually gives to, well, to make it so that people in general have a more scared impression of him, and so obviously they know he is a man not to be messed with, especially in his business as well. It's going to be a really, really helpful context. Oh my god, I love that. Don't think you'll get any more presents for complimenting me. Yeah, somebody's not very happy. Kinzo laughed cheerily. Beato, who sat next to Basila, was also laughing merrily. Ah, yeah, that's cool. Oh god, yeah. That must be really, really scary for Ange. Yeah, it's just, she's... Oh, Kinzo. I hope Kinzo includes him in the conversation. Yeah, Angie stood all alone by the window. God. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, staring at the others and trying to figure out what sort of relationship the Witch of the Portrait and her grandfather had. Yeah, that's fair. There was a knock on the door.
Genji-ka.
Is that you, Genji? Come in. Pardon the intrusion. Oh. Surprising. Yeah, Kurasama and Natsuhi-sama are here. Father and... oh, Batora-kun's here too. Oh yeah, isn't it really quite funny to think that they know each other? It reminds me of episode 5, then again, this is a real Beatrice rather than an illusionary one. It has been some time, Beatrice. Has there been any news? I'm just the way I used to be. Yeah, she sounds really nice. Yeah, it's just interesting how, you know, Ryukishi is just so making sure that we understand every single possible side of these characters and every single possible personality that they could possibly have. I'm just the way I used to be. Come on, have a seat. And Angie, why are you standing by the window like that? Yeah, come over here and sit down.
Ange, こっちにおいで。
Angie, come over here.
ここで見てるからいい。
I'll just watch from here. God, yeah. I mean, obviously, this isn't the Angie outside the game board, and she doesn't have any emotions of Angie outside the game board. I think it's just because of the fact that she's really quite uncomfortable, and also because of the fact that magic is, you know, she's probably really quite creeped out at the fact that magic is actually possible. She's probably really paranoid, thinking that something bad's gonna happen to her. Some sort of really childish and stock and boring ass witch thing. Angie grasps the candy she had gotten from Bertolt tightly. And for Case that was still wary, she still continued to stare. Oh yeah, that's understandable, yeah. Yeah, Genji offered her a chair, but Angie just shook her head. Yeah, honestly, yeah, let her do as she pleases. Come on, Kraus, Natsuhi, and have a seat as well. Is it something important? I guess Angie and I should leave.
おいおい。そなたが帰ったら、わらわは誰に相槌を打たせればいいというのだ。
But then again, it's a little bit concerning. Why is there going to be an argument that actually needs Beatrice to be backed up? Has she done something wrong? Hey, if you leave, who's going to back me up here?
バトラがいても構わぬであろう。
In before, they're just talking about really, really confidential information, and Battler hears every single part of it because he's here. Ginzo, you don't mind a Battler stays, do you? Yeah, I have nothing to hide. I cannot. However, he had called Kraus and Natsuhi to the VIP room to meet Beatrice, the Golden Witch. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting to think. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was hard to imagine that Kinzo wanted to have a casual conversation. After Kinzo said he didn't mind, Beatrice also asked Battler to stay, so he decided to do so. Yeah, so obviously it's not something that wants to be hidden, but it can't be something too confidential if he's not insisting that they leave. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, oh, you probably just fixed and, you know, try to understand your sister a little bit more. That's nice. Yeah, in order to avoid getting in the way of their conversation, Battler stood up from the sofa and walked over to Angie's window. When the big brother finally came back to Angie, she clung to his waist. Oh god, yeah, as though determined not to let him go away again. Yeah, this has probably properly frightened Angie. Oh, I see. Oh, that must be why Angie doesn't like me. Oh my god.
What?
What do you mean? Angie doesn't dislike you, does she? Oh my god, no way, it's Beatrice's mewing sprite. Gotta love it. Oh, I don't either, so elaborate. You really don't understand women, Battler. Baldur smiled at Angie, but the latter turned to look the other way. Yeah, god, there is quite a bit of tension. I see that. Yeah, even though she's 6 years old, even a young woman is a woman nonetheless. Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, when Baldur stopped laughing, the conversation switched gears. Yeah, but that is a really good question. Yeah, why on earth did Kinzo summon Kraus and Natsuhi to the VIP room? And what was he going to talk about? Yeah, everyone fell automatically silent. That's interesting. What is he going to talk about? Golden Witch Beatrice. Oh, I see. Yeah, Golden Witch Beatrice. Oh, it's probably going to be a discussion about the gold. Golden Witch Beatrice, each and every day I remember the debt of the Ushidomiya family owes from when it was saved from the brink of destruction. I love that. Yeah, somebody's being very serious at the moment. Oh my god, obviously we've got to think about the fact that, you know, this is a person who's going out or potentially in sort of love-related terms of battler. Yeah, I think that definitely proves the fact that, you know, things are a little bit dodgy with Ange. She probably has a lot of fears because of that. How is this person going to change my brother forever? I don't know, something ridiculous like that. Seriously though, yeah. Well, it's actually your grandmother he's thanking. Yeah. Oh my god, I love that. I love the Beatrice just because of the fact that she has exactly... I just genuinely find it so funny that all of the Beatrices, firstly, they look exactly the same. And secondly, you know, the fact that, you know, these people, they just have the same name and they all assume the same identity. No, it comes to the same thing. Yeah, that's really interesting. So obviously in this game, the Ushinomiya family is so much more close. So obviously the gold is definitely known about. But gold equals murder motives. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. No, it comes to the same thing. All of that gold has been lent to the Ushinomiya family for 3 generations. And without cost. Yeah, exactly though, yeah. Yeah, wait until you're dead because of that gold. That is, if you are going to die. I don't know if you will in this world, but yeah. Pray you don't. We truly cannot be grateful enough. Gold bars are the same as bricks to me. I just love that she assumes the identity of her grandmother just because of the fact that she looks exactly the same and that she has, you know, really quite similar, looks. Yeah, that's really interesting, this. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, this is going to be exciting. Whoa. Oh my god, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. If you can say this, then you have probably a 10-digit, well, 10-digit? Maybe 10-digit, maybe 11-digit? I don't know, that would be 10 billion. Or, you know, 10 to 99 billion. Sorry, I meant 11 digits. But, yeah, still. No, I said 11. No, I didn't. No. Yeah, 10, 11 digit salary, and then you can probably be able to say that. Yeah, become a billionaire, and then, you know, totally succeed in life, and then say that and flex your wealth, rather than solving literal world hunger. Yeah, I bet you people would do that as well. Well, technically, yeah, is the golden witch a rich person? Huh? Well, yeah. Well, then again, it wasn't really her gold, it was Italy's gold in pursuit of actually, you know, repairing the country once everything had been bombed. And, you know, obviously once the Second World War had ended. Well, yeah, after all, she just went and lent grandfather 10 tons of gold. Precisely. Yeah, that's interesting. Precisely, I've been borrowing it for several decades now, always promising to return it someday. I see that, yeah, it's a debt I never will be able to fully repay. The head family has never forgotten its gratitude. Yeah, isn't that right, dear? Of course. Oh, let me guess that this is how their financial situation has changed. If the Beatrices hadn't kindly lent it to us for 3 generations. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah. The Ushinomiya family would have lived and would have fallen long ago.
軍資金がなければ何もできなかったのです
Oh
か
my god. Yeah, he's also right in the room. Even someone as shrewd as father couldn't have done anything without funds to start with.
もはや金が金を呼び黄金の軍資金は静かに眠るのみだ
Yeah, but now my money is making money, and the gold that made up my original funds can sleep in peace. That's really interesting. What is actually going to happen to the gold?
私が何を話そうとしているか
Do you know what I'm
わかる
about to
か
say? Oh, yeah. Look at that smile. Interesting. Maybe it's indicative of the fact that he's going to get the gold, or maybe it's going to be passed on to somebody else. Since the moment Cross had been summoned here, he had guessed what Keenzel was hinting at now. Yeah, all things borrowed must be returned someday. That day had finally come. Yeah.
分かっています
Yes, I
お父
understand,
さん
father.
ベアトリーチェよ
Beatrice.
私はもう老い先は
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that he's going to, you know, live to 100. Unlikely that Beatrice is going to get her 1,000 yen bet. One. Beatrice, I do not have many years ahead of
お
me.
そらく
In fact,
今日のこれが私とお前が会うことのできる最後の
yeah, that's really interesting.
になろう
I do wonder. Beatrice, I do not have many years ahead of me. In fact, this may be the last family conference that we will attend
何
together.
を器用なことを
No, I see that though. Yeah, how faint-hearted you sound.
そんなことがあろうはずもない
You must be joking. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Berto alone laughed. She looked at Battler, so he laughed along with her. But Keenzo and the others remained. Oh, God, that's horrible. Yeah. Yes, apparently there existed some major concerns about Keenzo's health.
無論
God, yeah,
来
that's
年すぐ
scary.
に死ぬつもり
I
も
mean, you don't intend to, but what if you accidentally die? Yeah, of course, I do not intend to die as soon as next year.
しかし来年会おうと絶対の約束をすることは
Yeah,
お
that's
そらく
really
できない
sad. Yeah, however, I don't believe I can make any certain promises about meeting you again.
私はいついかなる時でも
Fair
で
enough,
きる
yeah.
約束をした試しは一度もない
I never make promises I cannot keep. Yeah.
そのようなことを胸を張って言われるとわらわも返す言葉が
Oh
ないぞ
no, I see that. Yeah, if you say it so proudly like that, I'm in no position to
本気
disagree.
で言っているのか
Are you serious about this?
ベアトリーチェよ
Beatrice,
もうしっかりとけじめをつけたいのだ
I want to make amends.
私がこうして元気であるうちにな
Oh, isn't that interesting? No, this totally shows that he still is. I don't know if he's haunted, but he still has the guilty conscience that he had actually had from, you know, his sin with Beatrice. Beatrice, I want to make amends, and I must do it while I'm still
だ
in
か
high
ら
spirits.
私は今日それを決心することとした
So, isn't it really interesting to think that the Keenzel we've known from all of the game boards could potentially be this same man, but just when he's in lower spirits? And obviously really, really sad about the fact that Beatrice is there. But then again though, I mean, Keenzel has seen Beatrice here in, you know, this Beatrice here. So I think the grief he has towards his... What the fuck? Towards his old lover is probably going to be a lot less just because of the fact that, you know, this Beatrice is here. And it's as if that's the spirit in that Beatrice has been reincarnated. Also, look at the Keenzel and Lion's world. What's grandfather talking about?
静かに
Quiet.
じいさまは今から
Yeah, I
とても
agree,
大
yeah.
事な話をする
Grandfather was about to talk about something very important. By now, even Battler understood what Keenzel was about to propose. Yeah. Beato probably realised it too. God, look at the red! Yeah, at one time, the Ushidomiya family had ruled the skies like an eagle. Yeah, obviously, I see that, yeah, with their whole mill-related units. I think it was a... I can't remember, I swear it was cotton production. I don't exactly remember, though. But they had really, really good mill-related businesses, I think. At one time, the Ushidomiya family had ruled the skies like an eagle, before being crushed by the Great Kanto earthquake. God, yeah, I love that analogy. Yeah, the eagle had one of its wings torn off, and it crawled in the mud on the point of death. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. So obviously Kinzo's going to hand the gold over to somebody else. But, you know, judging by the fact that Kraus is actually really quite happy about this, maybe it's going to be him, or maybe it's going to be Beatrice. Who knows? Yeah, I love this analogy though. I see that. Yeah, and isn't it interesting to think that this kind of has the analogy of the fact that, you know, once the eagle had actually began to become something that would, you know, inspire the future Ushinomiya family, it's just interesting to think that it has one wing because of the fact that that could indicate that it was, you know, half of the greatness of the family beforehand. I don't know though, I mean, this does seem pretty luxurious, especially the Rokkenjima mansion, and the fact that he has a whole island that used to be a military base to himself as well. I mean, it's just all absurdly impressive things. I mean, if that could potentially be symbolic of it being half, then, I mean, how... Then again, if it was symbolic, meaning it's open to interpretation, meaning it could be complete bullshit what I'm saying. No, but then again, that would be really quite funny. Yeah, but... Yeah, then there was Saber the Golden Witch's Golden Miracle. What colour was it? Sorry? I don't understand that. Nah. It was obviously pink. Nah, it's golden. Golden. Under the Golden Witch's protection, the eagle had nursed its wounds for many years. Yeah, but obviously now it's as if... Yeah. It's as if the eagle has become so strong and the family has been so nurtured. And, you know, everything here has in general just become so good and positive that, you know, it's ready to depart. And, you know, the Ushinomiya family is ready to begin its second journey. Well, third journey. And now family, it was time for the eagle to leave the nest the witch had provided. Yeah, I see that. Oh my god, I will return all of the gold. My face there, when my eyes just, you know, lifted and they widened a bit while I was yawning. That must have been so funny that your grandfather lent me. Oh god, somebody doesn't have objections. Kraus, you have no objections, correct? Yeah, that's really interesting. That gold did not belong to the Ushinomiya family in the first place. Of course. I have no objections whatsoever. Are you sure, Kraus? You're an investor, aren't you? Fair enough, yeah. Well, he's a pretty bad investor. Somebody wants to go to the moon. And somebody wants to plan ridiculous futuristic projects that probably wouldn't even be possible, like, you know, 50 years from now. Are you sure, Kraus? You're an investor, aren't you? You could always do with more money, right? Didn't you want Kinzo to hand the gold over to you? Oh my god, this is gonna be quite fun. Ah, yeah. Yeah, very honest. Good for him. Now that you mention it, it's hard to deny what you say. Wow. Yeah, that is really interesting. It's interesting. I really do wonder what Kraus would have actually done if this was one of his siblings. But then again, though, the thing is about all of the, you know, really quite monstrous, you know, arguments for greed and, you know, obviously everything, just completely putting aside the relationship just so that everybody can get the biggest cut of the money possible. It's all because of the fact that, it's all because of the fact that they don't have anybody above them to control them. It's all because of the fact that these people are independent to get up with what they want to themselves. So that obviously means because of the fact that there's nobody to, you know, go against. Like, for example, he'd be going against Kinzo and Beatrice if he was greedy. They have no limitations towards how greedy and awful they can actually be. Yeah. Yeah, my husband is the successor after all. Oh my god, that's really funny. Natsuhi just has so much false confidence. Wait, hang on a second. It's hard to tell whether it's false. I really do wonder if Kraus's business is actually booming or not. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether that's the case or not. Just his father rebuilt the family in one generation. Yeah, I'm sure my family will... Well, husband will make the family thrive in his.
そしてそれは主人と私で成し遂げることです。
And this is something the two of us will do together. I see that, yeah.
よくぞ言った。
Yeah, she does say things well.
その
That's the
意気で
discipline.
あるぞ。
Yes, that's the spirit.
10
That's the effects of her
トンの
discipline.
黄金に未練はないというか。
Yeah, so letting go of 10 tons of gold leaves you with no
や
regrets.
れやれ、大したものよ。
Yeah, then again. Yeah, it just shows that you're totally detached from your greed, and you realise that there is such a big and, you know, significant temptation that barely anybody barely any human actually has the opportunity to, you know, see the fact that you have that, and yet you have the audacity to say no. It's brilliant, yeah. So letting go of 10 tons of gold leaves you with no regrets. I must say that is quite impressive.
黄金の魔法が効かぬ相手には魔女も型なしである。
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, what can a witch do against an opponent who cannot be swayed by the golden magic? No, that's understandable, because obviously, isn't it interesting to think that, you know, what can Beatrice do without an opponent who is going to fall victim to bribes from greed?
そなたに黄金を返還する。
Does that potentially hint to something that is going to happen in the future, I wonder? I'll return the gold to you.
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが後ろ宮家にとって最大の恩人であることは未来永劫変わらぬぞ。
I find this really quite funny. You and Beatrice, the Golden Witch, referred to as two different people. Oh boy, somebody's pissed. I will return the gold to you, but the Ushidomiya family will always be supremely... Oh my god, it's like Supreme, the clothing brand. What the fuck? But the Ushidomiya family will always be supremely indebted to Beatrice, the Golden Witch. Yep, not saying anything. Yeah. Yeah, they will return the gold once lent by the Golden Witch. It was both simple and clear. Yeah, that's interesting. However, the expression worn by the Golden Witch herself was slightly lonely, and she couldn't understand why this was.
返すというものをいらん、やるとも言えぬしな。
Yeah, after all, if you're returning it, I simply cannot say, I don't want it, take it back.
やれやれ。
Oh, that's actually really quite funny. Yeah, that totally explains as to why she is miserable. She is probably realising the severe burden this much gold is going to put on her. Beato rose from the sofa. Then she walked up to the window and looked down at the rose garden waving in the wind. Yeah. Oh, that must be so cool. Crafts.
我が遺産についても私が生きてい
Oh
るう
my...
ちにお前たちに
Oh
贈与する
no,
こと
that's a
にし
bit
た。
scary. Crass, I've also decided to present you and the others with my inheritance while I still live. Now, isn't it really interesting to think that if this is the objective side of Kinzo, it's just so interesting to think that problems like these would have actually occurred when, you know, when he was actually alive, and everybody would be going through this when he was actually alive. Yeah, that's interesting, the fact that he is actually handing his inheritance to him while he is alive.
私が死ねば葬式で大忙しな上に遺産はどうするのか
Oh,
と
wow.
エ
Yeah,
ヴァ
he
た
knows
ち
his
ががっ
kids.
ついてくるであろうが。
When I die, you will not only be busy with the funeral, but I imagine that you will have Eva and the others at your throats over the
今
inheritance
から
issue.
分けておけば葬式が気楽
Yes,
になるという
understandable, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stress. And obviously because of the fact that Kraus would have literally lost his dad. Yeah. If all is divided now, the funeral will be less trying for you.
メモを取れ。
Kraus, write this down.
源氏も書記を頼む。
And Genji, please be our secretary.
これより財産の分け方を説明する。
I will now allow the distribution of my asset. Wow. God, yeah, Kinzo immediately began explaining how the inheritance would be split up. Battler. Ah, yeah, Battler realising that he shouldn't be listening in on this conversation. Put his hand like that. No, what did he do? Walked over to where Baldur was loitering by the window. Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what...
大金持ち
Ha, I like that. Hey, rich person.
黄金が余ってるなら少しは引き取るぜ
Fair enough. Oh my god, it's a golden romance. Money cannot buy happiness. My arse. Money cannot directly buy happiness, but it can buy things that cause happiness. Hey, rich person, if you got too much gold on your hands, I would be happy to load.
黄金など薪に変えて炉にくべればシチューを煮る程度の使
Oh
い道はあ
my
ると思うのよ。
god! Jesus Christ, she went down on Battler hard. Okay, that makes it sound like she fucked him. No, but you get what I mean.
どうした
God, that's so funny. A golden stew. What's
な
the
んだ
matter?
かつまらなそうな顔してんな
You're looking a bit, but yeah, it's actually really quite surprising. You would have thought it would be it would just provoke a little bit more of, it would just invoke a little bit more of Beatrice's excitement here. Intense fan stopping for the scene. So this day has finally come. Who doesn't? Life is boring and lonely, af. Yeah, so this day has finally come. I do feel a bit lonely. You do?
そうか
わらわの魔法で後ろ宮家は蘇り、そして六軒島は生まれた。
Isn't it interesting to think that Beatrice has, I'm going to be honest, she has a really small sense of identity here. She has such a small sense of identity because of the fact that, you know, she just totally assumes the identity of the, you know, really quite old grandmother, Beatrice, that sadly has died, but still, you get what I mean. It's just really quite odd. And isn't it interesting? I really do wonder what it could be. It just kind of depends on how she was born. If she was born from Kinzo and Beatrice, which obviously that is hinted on, you know, the fact that Beatrice is her grandmother, then I don't understand. Maybe everything that actually happened with regards to the cliff had happened here. Maybe she'd fallen off the cliff, somehow survived, obviously had a lot of trauma as a result of that, and then this could be, you know, the lack of identity could be a result of it? I don't know. My magic revived the Ushidomiya family and created Dokenjima.
その後ろ宮家がもうわらわの黄金の力には頼らぬという。
And now it seems that Ushidomiya family no longer has any need for the power of my
わらわの
gold.
魔法から巣立つということ。
Yeah, that's fair, yeah. It has taken flight, leaving the nest of my magic behind.
そうだな
True. So it
そ
turned
うい
out.
うことになるな
わらわは六
I
軒
love this
島の
image, it's really odd.
魔女の島。
Especially these little meta world-like parts here. I've called Dokenjima the
わら
Witch's
わの
Island.
島と呼んできた。
My, oh, that's actually interesting. So if the gold is actually, if the gold has no longer got a use, and you know Beatrice obviously has no power with regards to magic because of the fact that there is no gold that could influence anything, then what is her
その
purpose?
六軒島がわらわ
Yeah,
に黄金を魔法を返すという。
that's interesting. And if you think about the witch's contract with Kinzo, you know, Kinzo made a contract with the witch. You know, that was what was told to us in, you know, Yasuda's interpretation. The fact that Kinzo made, you know, a contract with the witch that required all of the gold and all of the interest to be returned at the end of it. It's just really quite funny to think that when the gold is actually returned, she will kind of invalidate her purpose. And now Dokenjima is returning the gold to
六
me.
軒島が魔法から目覚める日が来たということだ。
Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, the day has come for Dokenjima to awaken from my magic.
そうだな
That's true. Not even
最
denying it,
後の
wow.
ゲームと分かってはいたさ。
I knew that this would be the last game.
しかしこういう形ではあっても
Oh,
それを
that's
切り出さ
really
れると
interesting.
意外に応えるものよ。
I knew that this would be the last game. However, now that we've reached this point, even in a manner such as this, it's surprisingly painful.
お前って結構さっぱりしてそうに見えて未練タラタラなタイプ
That's
なん
actually
だ
really quite surprising to me, but then again, it does actually make sense. If this is Peace Battler and then this is Peace Beatrice, but then again though, I mean, yeah, this has got to be the piece of Beatrice rather than the actual Beatrice herself, because obviously that's indicated in the fact that she knows about the game boards. But that's really odd to think that she, as a piece, knows about the game boards. It's just interesting to see that she has a little bit more involvement. And it kind of reminds me of everything that happened with Erika. So, you know, maybe that could indicate that she is actually going to have some sort of involvement outside the game board as well as inside the game board. Like, what is she going to change? And what is going to be the use for everything outside the game board? Or is it just going to be the things inside the game board we're going to look at in this chapter? Well, then again, the only use for the outside of the game board that I can think of at the moment is when, you know, Ange of 1998, Blemon 1998 is talking to Battler about all of her situations and how impossible they seem, even though she's in a 6-year-old's body. Why does Umineko have to be so relaxing when I am so fucking tired? Yeah, that's interesting. You're the type of person who looks totally carefree, but who's actually full of lingering attachments and regret. No, I totally see that, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I don't disagree. The cruel and obstinate ones are usually the quickest to grow attached and then to feel lonely. Yeah, that's really true, actually. Yeah, that's right. That's the kind of person you are. Oh god, somebody's going to be pissed off. It was a game for you and me. It was fun. Yeah, that's interesting. So, I don't really think necessarily that this is the peace... Well, no. This is the peace battler that has knowledge of every single thing that has happened with regards to, you know, everything outside of the game world. So this is the piece of battler that has the memories of, you know, episode 1 to 7 battler. Yeah. A great game you polished to perfection during those 6 years. Oh my god, yeah, I see that, yeah. Yeah, because obviously Beatrice would be tormented by the fact that, you know, Battler wouldn't have any understanding of the truth. Whereas, you know, Battler would actually... Yeah, so I've totally forgot about the fact that this is the peace Beatrice, so it does actually make sense as to why she's here. Yeah, I once likened it to eternal torture for the both of us. Yeah, Beatrice is tormented at Battler not actually understanding, and Battler is tormented trying to understand. Eternity is happiest when you can still believe that it's eternal. Yeah, that's understandable actually, yeah. Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. But all things must end. Yeah, and we have to be aware of that. So we must not avert our eyes. Just as the sun always rises. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah. There's no sun that doesn't set. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, of course. Angie didn't have the slightest idea what her brother and the witch were talking about. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. However, even as young as she was, she could feel that the pair had spent an incredibly long time together. Yeah, no, I don't disagree whatsoever, yeah. And that they understood each other so well that they might as well be a married couple. Then, Beatrice noticed her reaction. Oh, that's interesting. Angie. Yeah, Angie, at one point the two of us wove games for each other. Yeah. However, that time is now over. Yeah. This game has been made, not for our sake, but for yours. They were speaking in riddles again. Oh, no, just because... Oh yeah, grasping the key that hung by her chest, Angie looked at her brother's face. Oh no, you need to actually understand that. Oh, that's actually really interesting, yeah. We need to show you the contents of the cat box of this day. Oh, that's really interesting. The key I gave you for is opening it. And yeah, that actually makes sense. So the book obviously contains all of the answers that are objectively true. But, I mean, then again, that is the objective truth that lies, but then you've got to think about the subjectivity of all of it and, you know, what you would want to believe. How is it necessarily known if it's just shown in a book? How is it proven? But the only thing is, I wonder what happens. What if you don't actually use the key to open it? What do you mean by a cat box? He means this day. Yeah. With the miracle of magic. God, yeah. I brought you to the day you wanted to reach so much. You must continue... What? You must continue telling the story of this day as the final witch. Does that mean that I mustn't remain here? Angie's tone was slightly... Yeah, that is actually really quite odd. Yeah, she understood what her brother meant. And it made her frown. Yeah, that was actually really interesting just to hear, you know, Battler and Beatrice's departing words about the game board actually being finished. And I agree, I don't disagree with this whatsoever. It does totally sound as if, you know, they know each other so well that you could actually assign that label to them. That's actually really interesting to think that Ange must continue telling the story. To continue telling the story, you must have a full understanding of the truth of what is going on. That's what I don't really understand, because how is that actually going to happen? Maybe Ange's actually going to be the game master. It's hard to tell. Yeah.
私は1986年の六軒島へたどり着きたくてどれほど長い間苦しんだことか。
So that's actually really quite surprising to me. So this Ange is the one who was actually... So, oh no, that actually makes a little bit more sense now. There was one inconsistency I had, but now it's been explained. Yeah, so this Ange here is actually the one who has been... is actually the Ange of 1998. Wow, that really does surprise me. Yeah, just how long have I suffered wishing that I could return to the Rokkenjima of 1986? Yeah, now I finally made it here. But no, I can totally see why she's thinking this. Battler would never do something this cruel. I could never believe that. I just wonder what he is actually thinking of making her do. And now we've finally made it here. So why are you chasing me out? Yeah, no, I agree actually, yeah. Now, isn't it interesting to think that firstly the inheritance is being distributed over, and secondly Beatrice is actually being given the gold? Two very greed-orientated motives. Then again though, why would murder happen though? Genuinely, it's just hard to tell. That's right, I did say that. Yeah, very roundabout. I'm not leaving. Yeah, and please, stop trying to spoil me with this strange, made-up game. Yeah, I want to know the truth of this day. Ha, like that, yeah. She's a moody girl, be it 12 years in the future or in the past. Yeah, but some people never change. Shut up, I didn't ask you. And what the hell do you think you're doing here? Yeah, didn't the Golden Witch... God, I love that Ange, even though she is literally, you know, within the mouth of a 6-year-old kid, she is just totally destroying Beatrice. This is so funny. Didn't the Golden Witch come here to perform her resurrection ceremony? Didn't you appear on the island with a crash of thunder and try to offer up 13 people as sacrifices? Yeah, why are you acting so happy and casual? It doesn't matter. I wonder what Beatrice is going to say. You're the one that doesn't make sense. What? What are you thinking? Oh, that's interesting. Do you want me to be a murderer? You wrote it down in a tale, sealed it in a message bottle, and threw it into the sea. Yeah, 2 of those were discovered later on. Both of them were stories of cruel serial murders. What a shame that 2 of them only made it to shore. What's that? How sad that Land, my greatest masterpiece, Was never seen by human. What the fuck is that?
前から聞きたかったん
As
だ
in
が、
Golden Land?
あのメッセージボトルは何なんだ？
Yeah, I really do wonder what land actually is. Or maybe that is the representation of what has happened in the true Rokkenjima of 1986. Yeah, that's really weird. So Beatrice obviously is a representation, you know, a metaphorical representation, because obviously she represents what Yasuda has done. So, you know, she is the one representing Yasuda for having, you know, made it so that all of the bottles have been with the messages of the stories that she has thought of in 1986. I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I'm so tired at the moment. No, but isn't it actually really interesting to think that Ange has no idea here about the differentiation between the illusion of the witch and also the murder that actually is occurring? But isn't it interesting to think that, yeah. I've been wanting to ask this for a while, but what's up with those message bottles?
そなたとのゲームを練りながら、その過程で生み出した派生の物語のようなものよ。
As I was working out the details of my game against you, I began creating those tales along the way. Yeah, that's really interesting. I see that, yeah. So obviously this is, you know, once I was working out the details of how I would firstly commit murder, that's what Yasuda would mean. Yeah, I began creating those tales along the way. Once I realised that I could create endless different tales out of the same game board. Oh no, I see that, yeah, it really started to get fun. Yeah, that is understandable, yeah. So you wrote them down, hoping that I'd read them someday. Oh, that's really interesting, precisely. They were so good, I just couldn't bear to wait for your return. Oh yeah, that's interesting, yeah. Inspired by Agatha Christie, has tried sealing them in bottles and throwing them into the ocean. I love that mysterious is actually exactly the same word in katakana. I thought Hushigi was mysterious in Japanese though. Yeah, it does mean mysterious, Hushigi. Yeah. But I suppose that's another way of saying it. Don't mock me. No, they weren't whatsoever, and isn't it really interesting to think that those were the possibilities she actually made up of what she could in theory do? But then again though, though these weren't plans for the exact crime that has actually occurred. Wait, hang on a second. It's actually really interesting to think what has actually happened with these messages in the bottles. I think what they have probably, what's probably happened is they've been adapted to actually let Battler in just at the last second, because obviously, you know, why would Yasuda be able to write 2 message bottles on the day the murder actually happens? And also, do keep in mind that, you know, if she actually wanted to write the message bottles on the day, then she would not only have to write 2 message bottles, but she'd firstly have to write 2 of them, obviously. She'd have to do it before everything exploded. Well, then again, though, what's saying she couldn't just, you know, escape to Kuwadorian and then actually write them there? Then again, though, I don't really know. Why would you... It would be hard to carry glass like that and also paper and pen. You know, 2 glass bottles as well. I don't know. Don't mock me. Those are your plans for the crime. Maybe the glass bottles... Maybe there could have been some sort of glass bottles in Kuwadorian, though. Yeah, you used the location of the hidden gold to fan up discontent between the family members. And you plan your brutal serial murders. Sheesh. Oh yeah, isn't it interesting? We just see future versus past truth here. But what is Beatrice's truth? Please don't tell me it's the fact that she's never ever done murder. And she's never actually intended to murder. She's obviously made it so that she seems like the person that has the most relations to the mystery genre, and obviously wanting to amplify the mystery that she actually has surrounding herself, but has she actually committed murder? Jeez, this is what uppercome in the year 1998. No, I see that, yeah. I can't blame you. What's with the sudden change of character? I love that, yeah. Is this some sort of scheme to make me let my guard down? I'm not going to be fooled so easily, Beatrice. Yeah, you want to make me surrender and say witches exist, don't you? You think I'll fall for that? Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. Yeah, so's that. Yeah, so it's interesting to think that everything about the magic could potentially be just a means of making Angie build up resistance and then, build up a desire to find the truth herself. Oh, even though that truth is all around you right now. You once called yourself Gretel, but it seems the name Mittel will be more fitting. Enough. Oh god. Oh my god. Damn! Angie's like to slap Bertol's cheek. Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel bad, yeah. However, the difference between their heights was so great that Bertol dodged before the hand could reach her. Stupid. Stupid. She's being totally mocked. Yeah, but then again, isn't it interesting to think that there are so many points that Angie isn't fully looking at? Like, for example, I think the best point is, how her perceptions of Kinzo could so easily be different when viewed under a different light. After Angie yelled these words, yeah, her eyes grew cloudy. They cleared up almost immediately. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's interesting. At that time, she had already gone back to her 6-year-old self. You're right, Angie. This is the sin I left behind, and the reason for this final tale's existence. Oh, isn't that interesting? As Angie stared blankly, uncomprehending, Bertol gently patted her head. Indeed. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting to think. Now I've been disproven a little bit, so there are some scenes where, obviously, that are actually happening outside of the game board. You just need to figure out which ones are, because now we're fully inside the game board. But I feel what happened just then, that scene we saw just then, it totally makes sense in the fact that, Angie has returned to her 6-year-old body and, the Angie outside the game board, she is just spectating, and that was actually a conversation outside of the game board we just saw there, even though it's in exactly the same location. That's going to be tricky. This is going to be a hard to understand story, I think. This tale is a farce. Yeah, that's really interesting. What? Of course it isn't the truth. However... Yeah, there is something that he feels he must tell you. Yeah, something even more important than the truth. Whatever is actually important to be determined here is that. Is it the fact that Kirie is Batalla's mother? Something he's so determined to convey that he went to such lengths. Beato. I'm already showing her. Yeah, I don't want to force it on her. I see.
お兄ちゃんたちが何の話をしているのかわかんない。
Oh my god. I don't understand what you're saying.
じゃあもう眠いよ。
Yeah, I think the out of this game board, Ange definitely does though. True.
俺たちはおいとました方が良さそうだ。
Yeah, I should probably go take a nap.
金蔵よ。
Kinzo,
わらわはまだここにいなければならぬのか。
must I remain here any longer? Yes!
おすまぬ。そなたはもう
Yeah.
少しここにおれ。
Yes, you were trapped here. There is no escape. There's actually a really skillfully set up trap mechanism that will go off whenever you set foot out of this room, and a bomb is going to explode. Obviously. My apologies, but I must ask you to stay just for a bit.
続けるぞクラウス。
Move on, Kraus.
そ
Moving
れ
on,
でだ
Kraus.
が、福音の家への援助につい
Oh
て
yeah,
は
of course.
クラウスが後宮家当主の義務としてこれを継続し、
Moving on, Kraus. The continued support of the Hukuin house should be viewed as your responsibility as the Ushinomiya family head.
やれやれ。
What a pain.
すまんなバト
Oh
ル。
yeah, I see. Yeah, what a pain. Forgive me,
わ
Basila.
らわは送ってやれぬようだ。
Oh, that's really interesting because obviously this may concern Yasuda. Yeah, forgive me, Basila. It seems I cannot go with you.
源氏よ。
Genji,
この二人をゲストハウスまで送ってやってくれぬか。
would you mind taking these two to the guest house?
かしこまりました。
As you wish.
バトラ様、エンジェ様、ご案内いたします。
Basila-sama, Enja-sama, please follow me.
じゃあな、ベアト。
See you later, Beato. Yeah, that's really interesting. Because I just genuinely wonder when we are actually going to learn the truth. Yeah, see you later, Berto.
うん。
Of course.
そなたとは語りたいことが山ほどだ。
Ah, yeah, I have a mountain of things I wish to discuss with
そ
you.
れに、今夜は水入らずで過ごしたいぞ。
Oh, and I'd like to have some time alone
たま
tonight.
には夫婦らしいこともせぬとな。
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, it's just as if they've had a row and then they're going to be alone for a bit. And then they're going to be distanced and then they're going to come back together and everything's going to magically have made up. We must act the part of a married couple every now and then. I like that.
なんだよ、
Oh my god,
夫
this is
婦
gonna
ら
be
しい
fun.
ことって。
What do you mean, act the part of a married couple? I love how creepy that laugh was. That's brilliant. Oh my god, so what's actually going to happen now? Because Ange had gotten so bored, she had grown very sleep. That's funny. Yeah, fair enough actually. Yeah, it probably would be best for her to take a quick nap. Yeah. Battler walked through the windy rose garden, pulling her by the hand. When he questioned their guide, Genji, he learned that the old servant had known beforehand of Kinzo's desire to return the gold to Bertel. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yep. I wonder if Beatrice has actually solved the epitaph here. Well, then again, is there really a need for the epitaph because of the fact that Kinzo probably doesn't view, you know, all of... He probably doesn't view himself worthy of, you know, the need of forgiveness here. Or maybe he does actually. I think that might actually be wrong. I don't know. It depends. It depends. I think if the epitaph exists or not in this world, it actually, you know, tells us a lot about the truth of this world. When he questioned their guide, Genji, he learned that the old servant had known beforehand of Kinzo's desire to return the gold to Bertel and settle the inheritance problem easily.
親方様は 人生を終えるという最後の仕事の準備をお始めになったということでございます。
Yeah, the master decided to start preparations early for his final task in this world. The ending of his life. Yeah, 2 years ago.
自分が死んだ後のことなんて人は普通
Oh no, it shows that he definitely, it shows his selflessness, it really does. Most people don't think about much about what happens after they die.
やっぱじいさまはスケールが一つ違うぜ。
Yeah, oh my god, I see that. Yeah, his grandfather just lives on a whole different scale. No, to actually acknowledge the fact that you're going to die when being an old person, it must be so hard.
今日は
Yeah.
後宮家が黄金の魔女の庇護から飛び立つ新しい
Yeah.
飛翔の日なのでございます。
Today marks the start of a new flight, when the Ushinomiya family will depart from the Golden Witch's patronage. Yeah. Hmm.
確かに。
That's true.
かっこいい言い
I
方だ
see
な。
that, yeah. That's a pretty cool way to say it. Apparently, a grand Halloween party was to be... Oh, that may be fun. It may not be, though. It may be a little bit scary. Oh, that's really cool. And Gorda and the others had been ordered to start getting ready for it. Wow. However, it wouldn't just be a party. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. God, let's hope it's not like episode 2. However, it wouldn't just be a party. It would be a ceremony to mark the return of Beatrice's gold. Yeah. At the start of dinner, Grandfather would make the announcement, and the 3 generations of Beatrices would be thanked for their gift to the family with a round of applause. Wow. Apparently this is what they had planned.
親父たちにはまだそれは秘密なんすか。
Oh, that's hilarious. Are we still keeping this secret from Dad and the others?
一応は秘密にしております。
Technically, it's a secret.
ただ、親方様のお考えは、唐突に今日思いついたものではありません。
However, the master did not suddenly begin thinking in this way
もう
today.
何年も前から今日という日について考え
That totally shows how conscious he is about everything that happens after he dies. Wow.
相談もされておりました。
He has considered this date many times over many years. Yeah, many times over many years, and has even discussed certain matters with his children.
おそらく今宵の発表に驚かれる方はいないでしょう。
I doubt that any will be surprised to hear this night's announcement.
うちのクソ親父。
Oh, I like that. Yeah, apparently my old bastard's been... He's literally not a bastard though. But anyway, apparently my old bastard's been running all over the place trying to get money for his
どう
company.
やら会社のことで金の工面が大変そうだし。
Oh, seriously though, yeah. I guess he'll be dancing around when he hears that grandfather will be giving him his part of the inheritance
じ
early.
いさまからのちょいと早い遺産のプレゼントに。
Yeah, it's
My
kind of
yes,
scary
man.
to think what's actually going to happen here. Because I'm going to be honest, I think this could go really wrong. I don't know though. Then again, look at Basila's game board. It is a game board selected entirely with love. So it's unlikely that it's going to go wrong. But then again, Basila wants Angie to make something realised. So maybe Angie is going... Maybe it's going to be that even the most idealistic and brilliant of worlds can be completely smashed and squandered. I wonder.
むしろ大きな責任に奮い立たれるでしょう。
Yeah, I'd rather think the great responsibility is what will spur him
ルド
on.
ルフ様は島を出られ、大成し見事な成功を収められました。
If Mrs. Rudolph Summer left the island, he has succeeded
し
splendidly.
かしそれは親方様の財産によ
Oh,
って
that's
支えられたものです。
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
"それが唐突に遺産をドンと出され、
Now, isn't it really
これから
interesting?
はお前の力だけで
This
頑張るのだぞとなるわけか。
this fully proves the fact that Keenzo is nice in the true world, I think. Because the question of how did Rudolph actually have a company arises. Then again though, his company was entirely made from swindling people, so maybe that could actually indicate cheap means of making money and really, you know, unfaithful and illegal means. So maybe it's actually different in that case, because, I mean, you would have thought that to actually start a company that does stuff like that, you know, that would be something that would firstly be no good, you know, something that wouldn't require as much money as Kinzo has to start up. Well, then again, I mean, it would require a lot of money to start up, so maybe you could still say that it did have Kinzo's support, but at the same time, I just think it's less likely. Why would Kinzo, if he's a nice man, want to support something that is knowingly making people's lives hell? I don't know. And now that he's suddenly getting his inheritance money, he'll have to keep going by his own strength alone in the future. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah, because obviously he will have a big head start from the inheritance money, but he will have no other stuff. I thought that was Genji for a second. Oh my god, impossible. That's some nice pressure for him.
ご兄弟の皆様は親方様というあまりに大すぎる父親に
Yeah, the siblings must have suffered.
何十年も苦しんできました。
The siblings must have suffered for decades because of their father's excess of success and ability.
偉大すぎる親は
Agreed,
た
yeah.
だ存在するだけで
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that,
子に
yeah.
は重しになるものなのです。
Yeah, and even with the best of intentions, I see that because obviously if you are a really successful parent, then you obviously impose those really successful standards on your child. And then that must be very, very pressured. Yeah, simply having a parent is too successful can be a great burden to a child.
それが今夜
And tonight.
本当の意味で一人前になって巣立つってわけだ。
Yeah, that's interesting because obviously now they will have no more reason to have any support from Kinzo. I see that.
親方様は今宵を黄金の返還式と呼びになる。
Oh, I like it, yeah. It seems the master plans to call this night a gold returning ceremony.
ですが最初は生前葬と呼ぼうと考えておいででした。
However, he originally intended to call it a
生前
living
の葬式じ
funeral.
ゃなんだ
Haha, no, I see that, yeah. God, that's really interesting. I do wonder what's actually going to happen here. Yeah, sounds pretty depressing. Having a funeral while you're still alive. Seriously, though,
新しい
yeah.
出発の日
What if you're
巣
faking your
立ちの日
death
って方が
somehow?
確か
And
に
it's done
後
very
ろ
well.
宮家にはぴったりだぜ。
I'll admit that calling it a day to start a new journey and leave the nest fits the Ushidomiya family much better. Yeah, seriously though,
兄ちゃ
yeah.
ん眠い
Relatable. Oni-chan, I'm sleepy.
ほらもうゲストハウスに着くよ。
Look, we're almost to the
お
guest
母
house.
さんの部屋へ行くか
Do you want to go to Mum's room?
それともいとこ部屋に
Do you want to go to Mum's room or the cousin room?
どこでも
Bassilet sounds like such a nice brother, by the way. Can I just mention that? I don't care.
晩ご飯まで寝てる
You've got to be kidding me. Why has she gone down? Has she literally fallen asleep? Oh my god! Angie, still holding her brother's hand, crouched down and looked as though she was about to fall asleep. Oh my god. Well, to be fair, Bassilet, it's good that he has muscles. He can actually do that. I mean, she is 6, but still, you get what I mean. Yeah, Bassilet lifted her up and carried her. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah. God, she is so lucky to have a brother like that. Well, then again, I mean, it must have its disadvantages, but still. Yep, I'm an only child, so I know. As she felt the warmth and safety of her brother's back, Angie drifted off into sleep. What the fuck? Oh, right. What happened on that day? Yeah, no, that's going to be so interesting to see. I feel like it's all going to go wrong in the gold ceremony. Yeah, that's just what on earth happened on October 4th and 5th, 1986. Because of the massive size of the Rokkenjima explosion accident, the time of the explosion was known almost exactly, down to the minute. Wow, that's impressive. Midnight, that time was. Yeah, October 5th, midnight. I see, yeah. Yeah, the sheer improbability of that round number proved that the accident had been produced by artificial means. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Later on, the following... Or maybe it could be somebody who's wanting to kill in a ceremonial manner. Would be fitting because of the fact that occult-related associations could be made from the island. Later on, the following statements were corrected from individuals who knew Ushidomiya Kinzo when he was alive. I see, yeah. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. yeah, during his lifetime, Ushinomiya Kinzo, I'm kind of surprised they knew that, but still, it does make sense, yeah. During his lifetime, Ushinomiya Kinzo built a clock rigged to blow up the island at exactly midnight, yeah. This clock was apparently inside his secret study. Oh, that's interesting that he's lied about that. Well, wait, no, hang on a second. I suppose he does have... God, that's really interesting. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's totally weird. My God. Could you imagine if just one day he forgets to actually turn the switch off? Oh boy, that's not going to be very good. That's actually really quite interesting to think that the Golden Land was like Kinzo's secret study though. But then again, it does kind of make sense. That's just really interesting to think that the Golden Land is a place where, you know, he actually tries to get headspace in. It's really cool. It must be so weird. But then again, it also proves why the place has been cleaned so well and really looked after. This clock was apparently inside his secret study. When he felt mentally cornered and wanted to think up a brilliant plan, he would activate that device and use the tension of the approaching midnight to bring some flash of inspiration to him. It's actually really quite interesting to think. It's just such a weird and unusual way of actually getting inspiration, but I can kind of see how it would work though. While Ushinomiya Kinzo still lived, this was the only thought of a tall tale about this eccentric man. Yeah, definitely, yeah. But the fact that the Rokkenjima explosion accident occurred at exactly midnight supported the theory. Yeah, no, I do see that, because obviously then you could totally blame it of, you know, Kinzo being a complete madman. Yeah, totally see that, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I totally see that.
クレイジーな話だわ。
Yeah, seriously, it sounds crazy. I agree.
その狂気の
Oh,
狭間に
that's definitely not someone I was actually expecting to see here. But then again, though, I totally see how it makes sense now, because obviously we couldn't learn about this in episode 4. It was just too far away. Yeah, he must have... Oh, yeah, occultist, conspiracy theorist. Probably... Have we got a different character card? Oh, we don't have a character card at all. Right. Yeah, he must have... So that means Ortski is irrelevant in this. I just love how goofy his sprite looks. He must have hoped to gain some sort of mystical power from those short periods of madness. Sure.
精神的な瞬発力とでも言えば、そう眉唾な話でもないでしょう。
If we call this his source of high output mental power, the story isn't that difficult to swallow. Yeah, that's very weird. Yeah, and isn't it interesting to think that Ange is just totally being deceived here? But then again, this guy doesn't know. This is just his guess, but a little bit irrational. But then again, if you think somebody's crazy and then you think that they have any occult, you know, connotations, then you could just think about the fact that they've completely lost their touch of reality. Professor Ortsky spoke passionately. Yeah, witch hunters. I love it. I love it. There was some sort of quote that, why can't it be bitch hunters? Who would join the bitch hunters, I wonder? Out of all of the characters in Umineko, who would join the bitch hunters? Battler's the leader. No. Rudolph's the leader of the bitch hunters. Yeah, it doesn't matter that he's married. Ooh. I feel like God I would be in there as a... No way. No way. Oh yeah, you be in here. You be the Beatrice Hunter. Oh, I wish we could see more tip cards of Umineko men. You would not be there. Bitch hunters. Witch hunters. Enthusiasts who treat the mad fantasy surrounding Dokinjima as their plaything. No, I do totally see that, yeah, because these people are merely just people who want to take an event and then, you know, string up some sort of story that is completely made up and then just make it look as if it remotely makes sense. And you have no reason to love these people who embellish the... Oh, yes. It would be cool and all if it wasn't something that genuinely happened, but the fact that they're doing this of something that genuinely happened, I mean, it's obviously natural because they have no relation to the family, but, you know, to somebody who actually knows the pain of having lost all of their family, of course, you would fucking hate these people if it was, you know, down to your family. I totally see that, yeah. And you have no reason to love these people who embellish the deaths of their family just for... It's horrible, yeah. How ironic it was to Ange, who wanted to know what happened on that day. Oh, yeah, and she's just... Yeah, that such people knew more about that island than anyone else. No, I see that, and isn't it interesting to think that with Toya, I suppose she, you know, she is totally one of the people who actually understands this, but the thing is, she's understood the truth from Yasuda's tales. Yeah, no, I do see that, yeah. If someone used that device, the island would be blown away without a trace. There would be nothing left. Yeah. Yeah, no matter what had happened there, they could erase it. Now, but then again, Ange's not even right here because obviously Kuwadorian remains, and that is where you can escape. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, theories that Ushinomiya Eva was the ringleader of some conspiracy. Oh yeah, she had quite... In this world, in the episode 3 game board, she had quite literally killed people. But then again though, is the world that Ange in actually relating to the episode 3 game board? It could be relating to any game board. Well, then again, I mean, because of the fact that Eva survived, you would like to think it, but then again... Well, then again, it would be indicative of something with Eva surviving being the genuine truth. I don't know, though. Theories that Ushinomiya Eva was the ringleader of some conspiracy sprang up very early on. Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's interesting, but obviously now you can. Yeah, however, no one was able to explain how she set off such a massive explosion. Yeah, and isn't that interesting? And the rigged clock proves that such a thing was possible. Correct. Yeah, that's really interesting because I don't disagree whatsoever. Yeah. But then again, why is it Ushinomiya Eva? Why couldn't it be any other family member? We can theorize that Ushinomiya Eva, fully aware of the timing and expected radius of the explosion, took refuge in Kuwadorian, and yeah, that is actually what happened, yeah. To get all of the family wealth to herself. Oh no, but isn't it interesting to think that Ange's impression of Eva is so bad? it's just painful to think that Eva would have probably tried to love Ange, judging by, you know, the motherly love that she showed when, you know, trying to defend Ange, you know, when Kiria was just being a total monster. It's just interesting to show that somebody with that same love, you know, then has this person who has grown up, you know, under the guidance of this person, you know, just to think that they would kill for money, to understand them so little that they would think of as if they would kill for money. And it's just interesting, that just totally firstly shows that, you know, there was no love between them, and secondly, you know, just how horrible her grief has been, really, because it's just totally turned her objectives and her love for Ange and, well, her ability to try and care for Ange just, you know, completely upside down. But it's understandable why it did. It's just horrible to think. You know, to get all of the family wealth to herself, she killed everyone and used the explosion to remove all of her evidence. Yeah, that idea provides the most logical explanation for the Rokkenjima mystery. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it also conforms with the fact that Eva never spoke to anybody about the events of that day. Yeah, but isn't it interesting to think that the true murderer in, at least, well, then again, we can't really think about who the true murderer was. It's just so confusing to think about which Rokkenjima is actually being talked about here. Where was that rigged clock? There. Where was that rigged clock, and how did Eva find it? Oh, yeah. Several forgeries have speculated on this matter. Oh, that's interesting. There's no need for me to waste time thinking about it. Yeah. Epitaph. Ah, yeah. Eva activated the clock device, hitting Kuwadorian to escape the blast, and was therefore the only one to survive. Yeah, that was everything. The answer, which eloquently told the whole story. Yeah, but then again, when Eva had actually activated the clock blast, only Battler was there. He had never been killed, I don't think. And that's the most cruel thing. I don't really think she'd know that, but still. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, when Eva first adopted me, and that's the horrible thing, yeah. When Eva first adopted me, our relationship wasn't that bad at all. I asked her several times. Yeah, understandable, and that's why she would want to know. Yeah, I mean, her family has been totally destroyed. Why would anybody not want to know? Oh, don't tell me this is actually what... Well, then again, it's an extremely traumatic, you know, incident for her. What happened that day? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I can see that, yeah. But then again, this is the most significant. I mean, your husband and your son have literally been killed. If you didn't remember that, then, oh my god, I would lose faith in your humanity. Yeah, every single time. Well, then again, what if you had such bad trauma that your memory has actually been erased? Because that can happen. Yeah, every single time she answered, it was to say that she didn't remember. But, well, she must have been flustered at the time. The very first time... Oh, right. The very first time I asked, she answered like this. Yeah, yes. Now that is fully understandable, yeah. And I don't disagree with that whatsoever. Yeah, I can't tell you about it, yeah. It was a slip of the tongue, because it involves Kiria and the proper bad side of her. Yeah, it was a slip of the tongue. She knew what had happened on that date, agreed, yeah, and she left this world without... I know, that's the really sad thing. And I just find it interesting to think that if Eva wasn't totally, you know, darkened by not only greed, but also grief, you know, I think she probably would have told Ange when she was mature enough to process what actually had happened. Because I think if you told everything about, you know, Kiria to Ange when she was 6, I mean, that would have, I mean, this is bad enough, but that would just be the final straw. That would totally ruin everything. Yeah, and also, you know, what actually happened with the murderers as well. I mean, it just kind of depends on... Wait, no, hang on a second. I'm thinking about Burns' interpretation. We should be thinking about episode 3. Well, firstly, it might show a bad... No, not episode 3 necessarily. It could be a different game board. But, you know, whatever happens, it either admits that she's doing murder, or it shows something really bad about Kiria and Rudolph. Yeah, she sealed the truth in a cat box. Yeah, and left this world, taking that key with her. The thing I love is that not even we know the truth. That's the best and most genius thing about this writing. And she sealed the truth in a cat box and left this world, taking the key with her. Yeah, there can only be one answer, and now it has just been totally gone. Yeah, she was behind everything. She got to keep all of the family wealth to herself and became super rich. No, but then again though, I mean, could you think about... No, I think I might actually think of this as being the episode 3 game board, because of the fact that firstly, events are the same with Eva surviving, and also, I think it's just because of the fact that, you know, she's refused to say. I think that just totally tells us. And obviously in episode 3, obviously everything that happens is... no, wait, I can't necessarily say that everything happens is a continuation of what has happened in episode 3. Oh, that's tricky. Yeah, she was behind everything. She got to keep all of the family wealth to herself and became super rich. Yeah, and afterward, she lamented the fact that her beloved son would never inherit any of what she had created. Yeah, and she had cursed me. And also all of the media bullying. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. And isn't it just horrible to think that if, you know... I mean, it's not really Ange's fault. I don't think it was Ange's fault whatsoever, but it's just sad to think that if Ange was just a little bit older, then maybe she would have been able to understand her grief and, you know, her emotions more. But then again, the greed is disgusting. But then again, that's just a response to the grief as well, so you've got to take that loosely as well. And afterwards, she lamented the fact that her beloved son would, never inherit any of what she had created, and she cursed me. Yeah, that's the horrible thing, though, genuinely, yeah. Yeah, just remembering that old bitch makes me want to vomit. And yeah, understandable, because she has been totally overtaken by her greed. Yeah, what happened that day? And also, obviously, her grief as well. Yeah, what happened that day? That's what I want to know. Yes. God, that's the horrible thing. I mean, this is the saddest thing. I mean, you know, stuff like this, it reduces your purpose to live so much. And obviously, it makes your life so fucking awful that, you know, this is the only reason that you want to live. There is nothing else. There is no other thing that is good about the world. But it's understandable, just obviously because of how absurdly bad Angie has been treated by the world. And it's just horrible. It really is. Yeah, it's my only goal. The only reason I'm still alive. However, later on, I had come to grips with the fact that my goal was an abstract one. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Yeah. After all, though I didn't know what happened on that day, if it's a question of who did the crime, that's already clear. Yeah, Ushinomiya Eva. She's the culprit. It is interesting that, yeah, that has never changed since the beginning. That's right. I'm not trying to find out what happened on that day. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm trying to find out what Ushinomiya Eva did that day. And that's interesting to think about this. What is going to happen in this world? Is it actually going to show what people like Eva would do? Or is it going to show something else? But then again, Ange was shown this world entirely out of a motive that was constructed, you know, with love as the full, you know, driving force, really. So does that potentially indicate that Battler has done this to maybe show Ange that, I don't know, to have more love for Eva? Or maybe the fact that, you know, it's to satisfy her theories and to make it so that she has thought she no longer has the burden of, you know, thinking about what happened in her life. But then again, though, if it's the only reason she's still alive, then is that necessarily a good thing to make her learn the truth? Well, then again, her life will change if she does. Yeah, if I can reveal that, then I can expose Eva's evil, even though she's already dead. Yeah, I see that. That is my true goal. Yeah, the police also suspected that the accident might be a crime, and they did investigate. However, no matter how much they inspected the crater that had once been Rokkenjima, yeah, they didn't find anything at all. That's really interesting. Yeah. traitor, though. Seriously. Yeah, definitely, though. Yeah, the public and the witch hunters cornered Eva with several bits of circumstantial evidence, but not one single bit of physical evidence was found. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I know, yeah, though Eva was the only the merest fraction of a shade away from guilty, they were unable to expose her crime. Yeah. My goal isn't anything as vague as learning what happened that day. It's to expose the crime. Oh yeah, that's interesting. To expose the crime Ushinomiya Eva committed that day. And to have my revenge. No, but I totally see that, because obviously here it's, you know, it's the case of Ange actually having no idea, you know, what her goal was, and having it so abstract, so much so that it can actually change. And it's interesting to think in this day that, you know, it's Eva who the goal is actually directly centered around. And it's just quite surprising to me to think that, you know, she is so confident about the fact that Eva did it. But then again, that's because of her grudge. And, you know, she doesn't realize that it could have been any other family member. But then again, I mean, Eva is the one who is alive. So obviously that's the person who, you know, will automatically have the most suspicion. No one else will be suspected. And no leading causes into the crime could have been suspected. But then again, Ange won't be able to find the truth because of the fact that she has such a hatred that's biased towards Eva. Yeah. I haven't been able to expose Ushinomiya Eva's crime, so people were acting as though the events on the island were all done. Oh god, were all done by some bizarre kind of proper conspiracy theorists. Wow. Yeah, defeating the Golden Witch means exposing Ushinomiya Eva's sin. Yeah, that's interesting. I won't forgive Ushinomiya Eva. I'll certainly hate her and take revenge. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, she doesn't even know whether Eva is the person who has been the true culprit. Then again, she does have evidence, but like, you know, she said to criticize the other people, you know, it's circumstantial, not physical evidence. Yeah, hate her and take revenge from my family. That is Ushinomiya Ange's one and only reason for living. Oh, god, that wasn't what I was expecting.
それだけ嫌われりゃ会長もあの世で笑いが止まらねえでしょうぜ。
If she knew you hated her that much, the president would probably... Oh my god, yeah. You hated her that much, the president would probably be rolling around laughing and... Oh my god, because they're friends, I know. Shut up. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting to think that episode 4 has a big adaptation here. Yeah, I'll expose that old bitch's crime. Yeah, that is fair, but then again, how are you going to do this without any piece of physical evidence? I just don't understand. Yeah, I'll never do that. Yeah, no, I totally see that. Yeah, in other words, this journey of yours is a journey to take revenge for your family. Got a problem with that? You must be joking. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah. Oh god, somebody doesn't like Mzaki? Could you turn that off? Oh yeah? Oh? You don't like Mzaki? God, I love the Higurashi console arc background. I might turn the radio off. Oh my god, I love that. The dull sound of yeah, the engine became the BGM that filled the car. I like that. Is it really so strange? Fighting revenge. Right, hold up a sec. Right, okay, I'm back. Let's learn about Eva Umineko. Gotta love Eva Umineko. Is he really so strange, like fighting for revenge?
別に
Nah, not at all. I mean, it's a perfectly natural thing that somebody would actually want to do, but then again, I mean, the thing is, it's just kind of depending on what's going to happen. If you fight for revenge and then, you know, fighting for revenge could have the potential to lead to a cycle of people fighting for revenge, because someone does something really bad to you, you fight them for revenge, and then they have a reason to fight you for revenge. They fight you for revenge, and then obviously you fight them for revenge, and it will just happen until something really, really regrettable has happened, and then something that nobody can take back. Well, then again, obviously it depends on the seriousness of what has actually been done. Like, worst case, it could end with murder, or, you know, it could end with somebody being excluded from school or something like that. Like, it's good, but at the same time it encourages really bad habits. If it's for somebody dead, though, then, like, obviously in Angie's case, then I think it's a lot better. It works a lot more because of the fact that, you know, this person isn't actually alive and she isn't going to be able to torment you and completely ruin your life. Like, the only person that is going to win from this fight is you. No one else is going to be losing and they're going to be put down. So as a result of that, you know, there's a lot of point into doing it, if you ask me.
それを生きる目的にしてる連中に戦地じゃよく会いました。
Yeah, I see that, yeah. Out on the front, I met people who live like that for... God, live for that reason over and over. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah.
傭兵で戦場に行ったことあるのよね。
God, yeah, you've been on battlefields many times as a mercenary, right? What is a mercenary? Oh, right, I see. A professional soldier hired to serve in a foreign army. Right, wow.
まあほどほどには。
Well, I've seen a few.
家族
Yeah,
の
that's
敵を取る
interesting.
ために戦っている人って
Oh, God. Oh, that's horrible. So I'm assuming they're obviously fighting to take revenge for the families because of the fact that the enemies have killed them. Jesus. Yeah, so are the people who fight to take revenge for their
強
families
い
strong?
そりゃ強いですぜ。
Oh, yeah, because they've got the biggest drive. They've lost the most, so as a result of that, you know, they've got the most to actually fight for, and they've got the most to, you know, put right and obviously, you know, make amends for, really. And isn't it interesting to think that Battler's, you know, the will Battler actually got from Ange dying was one of the strongest ones in the world. It led to episode 5, which then ended with him figuring out the truth of Yasuda. No doubt about
家
it.
族の仇を取るために体に爆弾を巻きつけて自爆するやつだっている。
Some people will even strap bombs to themselves and commit suicide just to take revenge for their family.
人は
God.
仇討ちのために死ねる生き
No,
物
I
です。
totally see that. Yeah, humans are more than capable of dying for vengeance. Yeah, and obviously if you commit suicide, but if you use this bomb to actually, you know, kill loads of enemies that are right there, then I suppose that suicide could have effects. Yeah, that's right.
私も死ねるわ
God, yeah, I see that. God, yeah, that's right, I can do it too.
少年兵ってやつをご存知で？
Have you heard of child soldiers?
子供の兵隊
You mean kids who fight like soldiers?
そうです。
That's it.
親を亡くした身寄りのない子供たちが武装勢力に拾われて兵士になるんです。
God. Kids who have lost their parents and have nowhere to go sometimes get picked up by groups of armed insurgents and becomes... Jesus
パ
Christ,
ン
is
と
that
銃
true?
を与えられ復讐の方法を教
Fucking
えられる。
Is this like a genuine thing that happens? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that is a serious violation of children's... Jesus fucking Christ. That's ridiculous. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, they get a gun thrust in their hands and they're taught how to take revenge.
所詮は子供、使い捨てですがね。
What? But in the end, children are expendable.
引き金さえ引けりゃ戦場じゃ誰だって兵士になる。
Yeah, no, that's understandable because obviously it doesn't matter about how good your aim is. If you get good luck, then you can actually kill somebody with a trigger.
私がそれだって
Jesus
言いたいの
fucking Christ. Oh my god, are you trying to say that I'm like that?
復讐は 生きる目的になります。
But I do see that, yeah, revenge can be a reason for living. If somebody, like Kirie, I think that's a really good example with Asumu. Yeah, revenge can be a reason for living.
そして兵士になれるほどの力も与えます。
Yeah, it can also give you the strength to become a soldier. No, I see that,
親
yeah.
の亡骸にすがって泣くことしかできなかった少女が
Yeah,
一夜
no, I
にして
totally see
兵
that,
士に
yeah.
生まれ変われるほどの奇跡を見せてくれる。
God, yeah, like a miracle, it can turn a girl who could do nothing but sob over her parents' corpses into a soldier almost overnight.
復讐ってやつほどパワーを与えてくれるも
No,
の
I
はあ
do
りませ
see
ん
that,
ぜ
yeah, nothing gives you more power than revenge.
そうでしょう
That
ね。
is fair, I guess
それ
so.
がまさに私だわ。
And that's what I'm like.
少年兵問題ってのをご存知
Yeah, it
で
is a problem. Jesus Christ, do you know about the child soldier
知らない
problem?
わ。
No.
銃を与えられ復讐の仕方を習った少年兵はそれを生きる
Yeah,
目
that's
的とします。
horrible. Yes, child soldiers who are given guns and taught how to take revenge, make that their reason for living. I just can't believe that something like this exists. But then again, when I did actually search it up, I saw, you know, Africa, and I just saw places that... I just really saw places that, you know, they think human rights are merely just words. They have no meaning whatsoever.
少し違
Well, that's not exactly
う。
right.
それを銃を撃つ理由にします。
Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. Yeah, well, that's not exactly right. It becomes their reason for firing. It's horrible. They're just completely brainwashed into thinking the fact that, you know, that... If that's actually true, I don't know if this is just a sort of interpretation to, you know, add context onto the argument, but if that's actually true and people were literally indoctrinated into, you know, making it so... Sorry, I've just got to put my key count back in. Right, if they're indoctrinated to literally take revenge and, you know, for all of the tragedy that has happened in their life, they're sort of manipulated to make it so that that is something that means they should... something that should be converted into a desire to kill. I mean, that's just sick if that actually is a thing that happens. Nothing but sick. Jesus. No, I see that, yeah. Child soldiers who were given guns and taught how to take revenge make that their reason for living. Becomes the reason for firing their guns.
復讐ってのは終わりがない。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, revenge is something that never ends.
銃を撃つのに理由がなくなってくるんです。
Yeah. At some point, they no longer have any reason to keep shooting. Hmm.
どういう意味？
What do you mean? Yeah, that's kind of
復
contradictory.
讐のために銃を撃
Oh, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, they won't shoot for
つ。それ
revenge.
がやがて理由もなく銃を撃つようになるん
Yeah,
です。
I see that, yeah, but eventually they keep on shooting for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, no, I do
復讐
totally
を
see
忘
that.
れて
Yeah.
しまうということ？
Yeah, you mean they forget about taking revenge? Yeah,
でき
yeah,
も
that's
しない
fair.
復
Yeah.
讐にやがて疲れ果て
Yeah.
そ
No,
の
I
目
totally see
的
that.
を忘れちまうんです。
And I know this is pretty irrelevant to this. No, it's not pretty irrelevant. It's just kind of, you know, the other installment of the series. It's just weird to talk about Higurashi when reading Umineko, but this is very relevant because of Tatari Goroshi. I think that's such a brilliant example of how, you know, right, Tatari Goroshi spoilers, but you know, originally Keiji just, you know, trying to fight Tepe and, you know, literally, you know, psyching himself up entirely, dirtying himself entirely to commit a murder that he could potentially consider perfect, so that he wouldn't get caught. And then, you know, for the first time, the goal was actually to, you know, completely murder the person that was giving Satoko so much hell. But then it just become into a goal to commit murder. He was just so thrilled that, you know, he kind of forgot about his goal of saving Satoko to, you know, just for the thrill of committing murder and, you know, for that insanity. And then obviously, when the more things actually occurred, the more he also... Well, the more things occurred, the more unexplainable it became for him. And yeah... Tatari Goroshi is really one of the chapters that is totally surrounded in mystery. And I think that just... The mystery in that chapter, I think that just really sets up how good Yukishi can be for mystery. And, you know, how he excelled in writing Umineko, to be honest. when revenge is impossible, they eventually get tired of it and forget their original goals.
そして手元には銃しかない。
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of like Keiji. I mean, it's kind of different in his case because he didn't actually have his bat, and well, wait, no, the bat was still in Satoshi's locker. Yeah. So I suppose he didn't still have the murder weapon, but you know, he still had the, you know, thoughts of trauma and the insanity and Hinamizawa syndrome, especially, that was getting worse and worse. He still had that. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is it was completely irreversible because, you know, you've done the deed, you've completely ruined yourself for it, even though you're murdering a horrible person. And then, you know, everything's ruined, and that also shows in how, you know, Satoko has just totally, you know, rejected him in the end. The one person he fought for just totally rejecting him. And it's just interesting, that shows that, you know, your ideals may not necessarily be the ideals that are actually possible to happen because of other people. Yeah, when revenge is impossible, they eventually get tired of it and forget their original goals. When that happens, they have nothing except their guns. Yeah, that's fucking horrible. That is just so sick. Eventually, they'll keep on shooting just so that they can eat. Jesus Christ. You're saying that child soldiers who started using guns for revenge end up bandits or something?
何しろ学校にも通わず職も学ばせてもらわなかった連中です。
Jesus Christ, after all, they've never even gone to school and they haven't been taught any useful skills as far as employment go. Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, it's a gun. Yeah, they own. That's sick. God, they only learn how to shoot guns. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, just encourage this ridiculously unhealthy habit. God, and they were only ever praised when they kill the enemy. Yeah, that's horrible.
自分の生きる目的は復讐のためでなく、その手段のためだけになり果てていく。
Yeah, eventually your reason for living stops being revenge and becomes the means you once used to take revenge.
気の毒なことです。
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting to think that, you know, when you really hate somebody for revenge and that's the only thing that can make you living. So you take your revenge out on them, and then the reason... Yeah, and I suppose your reason for living is totally affected by the way you have actually taken revenge against somebody. Are you saying that I'll eventually get tired of revenge and... what would it be in my case? Well, you'll probably die of sadness, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but then, yeah, you'll get tired of exposing the truth. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. You'll get tired of exposing the truth, and you'll eventually become a person who can do nothing but hate Ushidomiya ever. I like that. Well, that's two already. Got a problem with it? No, but I do see what Amakusa's saying. That laugh is so goofy. Come to think of it, that's right. Yeah, but Amakusa's basically trying to say that she's going to give up the truth, so as a result of that, she's going to have a result that is completely contrary to, you know, what she herself wanted to actually try and... Well, then again, it's kind of tricky in this case, because obviously if she gives up, then she's just going to hate ever, but she's not really going to have any basis. But at the same time, she is going to be satisfied with herself because she'll be convinced that it's correct, her hatred. Then again, though, you know, if she does actually succeed and she finds truth, well, she will. But then again, though, if she doesn't win, and you know, her means of living become her reason to live actually become, you know, the lack of revenge she has done, then she is going to totally regret about the fact that she couldn't find the truth, and that's just going to lead into more and more self-hatred. I'm not sure what Amakusa is trying to say. Probably something annoying. So I'm not. Oh yeah, that's bad. That naivety is totally bad. Yeah, revenge is pointless. Is that what you're trying to say? No, I see that, yeah. You still have a long life ahead of you, lady. True, yeah. With your youth, you could do anything. Yeah, that's interesting. I get the feeling that this journey might be a waste of that precious youth. Then again, though, everyone's youth is different, and in Ange's situations, why would this be a waste of the precious youth? I mean, obviously it's going to... Wait, I just want to see what Amakusa has to say. It's none of your business. Yeah, fair.
私ね、ほら、
Oh my
飛び降
god.
りたでしょ
Seriously though, yeah. I've already jumped once, remember?
ビルから。
God, yeah, off that huge scrap.
せっ
It's
かく
unbelievable.
九死に一
Yeah,
生を得たっ
seriously
て
though,
のに
yeah. And you only barely made out with
あの
that
時ね。
alive. Back then,
私は死んだのよ。
I died.
だから、私はもう亡霊ってわけ。
Oh, that's really interesting. So, the second she actually became on the run from all of the guards and, you know, Kasumi's family, she has just become a ghost because of the fact that, you know, she's never really had any purpose and she's never been able to settle into... That's horrible. Yeah, but no, I do see that. Yeah, back then I died, so I'm already a
家
ghost.
族の仇を討つために、あの日の真実を暴くことだけを目的としたね。
God, could you imagine having a life and that's the only thing you want to do? You know, no ambitions for your future, no ambitions for yourself, no ambitions for changing anything, just an ambition for exposing the truth because of how little life has, you know, shown you its good side, really. It's horrible. Yeah, back then I died, so I'm already a ghost. And my only purpose is to expose the truth of that day, to take revenge on my family's enemy. Yeah,
お嬢は
Amakusa's...
大した鉄の意志
No,
を
I
お
couldn't
持ち
agree more. Yeah, Amakusa's trying to sort of talk her down and, you know, make it so that the consequences of revenge and, you know, the consequences of what she is going to do in the future are going to be discovered. And, yeah, it's just interesting about, it's interesting what he said about the child soldiers, because this can also be analysed in another way, I feel. Like, if you do revenge, and you do something extreme to actually fulfil the revenge, then when you've actually done the revenge, you're going to, you know, constantly be living life in fear of the fact that you have done that, and you are going to be constantly living to make up for the fact that you've done it, or maybe, you know, with the consequences. Like, then again, look at Tatari Goroshi. I mean, I get that Keiji was alive for, like, I think he died on, like, 10th of October or something like that? I don't know. No, it was either a few days after or it was in October. I can't remember. Could you imagine if he died on October the 4th or 5th? That would be hilarious. Well, no, it wouldn't be hilarious, but it would just be ironic. Yeah, there's a difference between hilarious... Jesus Christ. You just said it was hilarious that somebody died. I mean, that was a mistake, but still. Because obviously that would be a way to link Higurashi to
あ
Umineko.
んたみたいな軽薄な男に、私の気持ちなんてわからない。
Nah, she's so stubborn. There's no way a flippin' man like you could understand how I feel. After that, Amakusa was forced to shut his mouth. He shrugged, but Ange didn't see. It's hopeless, yeah. Even so, Amakusa spoke one more.
お嬢とこの旅を始めた一番最初の日
On the first day we started this journey,
お嬢は言いました
you said something.
あの日あの島で何があったか知りたいと
Yeah, you said you wanted to know what happened on that island on that day.
今だってそうよ。
It's the same now.
何か変わった？
What's changed?
今はこう言ってます
Now you're saying that you want to know what happened on that
後
island
ろ
on
に
that
はエ
day.
ヴァの罪を暴くためあの日あの島で
Yeah,
何
but
があったか
totally
知
true.
りたい
Yeah, you don't even know what's happened, and yet you're just totally assuming with a biased viewpoint that Eva is the person who has done it. No matter how much determination you have, if you think that, then how? Yeah. Now saying that you want to know what happened on that island that day, so you can expose Ushidomiya Eva's crime.
全く同じじゃない。
And isn't that exactly... No way.
まあそうですね
Well, true, but same goal, very big difference though.
私、眠いからもう寝るわ。
I'm tired, so I'll sleep now.
少し黙っててくれる？
Would you mind staying quiet for a bit?
着いたら教えて。
Tell me when we get there. God, not listening whatsoever. This is so relevant as well, that's the bad thing.
Hey, 了解です
Roger that. I wasn't particularly tired, really. Fully fair enough, yeah. Yeah. It's not because of the fact that she's pissed off of Amakusa. It's just understandably because of the fact that this is such a sensitive topic. And it is. I think saying that it is more than understandable. Yeah, like, understandable. Saying it's understandable is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of how understandable it is. This guy is fucking stupid. Good explanation, man. Good explanation. Confirmed. But that is
な
understandable.
らないでくださいよ
Don't become one.
少年兵には
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, a child soldier. So you take revenge once, and then the reason for you to actually live is the means you have actually taken to revenge, because of the fact that, you know, you will live in regrets of it constantly. Yeah, Angie, who had decided to find sleep, ignored him, but Amakusa kept on talking. Oh, we wanted to make sure she heard this much, at least. You started on a journey to learn the truth. Oh, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah. It's becoming more and more of a journey of revenge. Yes. Yeah, I love this. It's so true, though. Yeah, a journey to have revenge by exposing the truth. But as you know, there's nothing left on Rokkenjima. Yeah, it's just a cat box that you can never access. Yeah, there aren't even any traces left. Seriously, I couldn't agree more. Exposing the truth might not be a picnic. I know what Amakusa's trying to be. I don't think exposing the truth is going to be a picnic. When I eat my picnic, which I haven't had a... When is the last time you had a picnic? Or just some sort of traditional picnic on the beach? Like, the last time I had one, I think I was probably around like 5-6 years old. I do not have picnics. Nah, picnics are really boring. Unless you have really nice food. Unless it's a barbecue. Okay, unless it's a barbecue. There's an exception. Fuck everything else. I know what Amakusa's trying to say. The police searched the scene so thoroughly just after the crime, and even they weren't able to find any physical evidence proving that Ushinomiya ever was the culprit. You could find physical evidence that she escaped to Kuwadorian, but nothing else. Oh, look at the block of apartments. It's such good art here. And a full 12 years have passed since then. If the truth could be discovered by a girl like me, waving wads of cash around to pick up a bit of info from those who were somehow related to the incident, then someone would have exposed the truth long ago. Fair, yeah. It's convenient that she has so much money from this. It really helps in getting anybody's way. Money. It's ironic that the Golden Witch is this, you know, the Golden Witch. That's what was used, because golden motives are the ones that... Well, when you say golden, like, you know, you call somebody a golden boy or something like that, you know, just a perfect one. No, I mean motives that are influenced by the gold and nothing else. Yeah, fair enough. I do see that, yeah. I might not be able to reach the truth. If so, then my desire to expose the truth will fade away. Yeah, so you might not be able to reach the truth, so then your desire to expose it will fade away. I agree, yeah. Yeah, but then again, what happens when the desire to actually expose everything and everything that has actually happened fades away? What is replaced? Yeah, after that, only my hatred for Eva will remain. Yes. Yeah, no, I totally see it. Yeah, just like those child soldiers who forget their original purpose and just live to shoot. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I love what Amakusa is saying. And it shows the proper danger in something like this. And the thing that's really bad is the fact that the truth is so fucking hard to find. Think about the fact that the only person who has found the truth by this truth, but this time is Toya. Miss Itoi Goro. Hachijo Toya. Forget my original purpose and live just to hate. Oh god, somebody looks fucking deranged. I'll do nothing but despise Ushinomiya ever, but my goal, exposing the truth for revenge, will be gone. Yeah, I see that, yeah, so hating Ushinomiya ever will become a whole lot. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah. Is there any difference shooting for revenge and shooting to live? If you're shooting for revenge, then obviously once you've got your revenge, if you stop, then I suppose you can feel satisfied. You know, you can feel satisfied with it. But then again, if you don't stop and you have to keep shooting, then you were just living for the same reason that you initially took revenge, and revenge just faded away. Yeah, so... Yeah, is there any difference between shooting for revenge and shooting? I totally see that, yeah. Yeah, when you pull the trigger, someone dies either way. Then again, you may be so addicted to the temptation of revenge that it might be dependent on your living. And what about my case? Is there any difference between hating Eva as I expose the truth and hating Eva after I've given up? There's no difference. If you hate Eva while you're exposing the truth, then... Is there a difference? Let's just think about this. Well, I suppose the difference is between hating Eva after, you know, Angie's given up, they're going to be way, way more long-term, and they're going to change her more, and they're going to, you know, inspire negativity in her that is just then going to completely eat her up. As she exposes the truth, I suppose, that's also going to be really bad because of the fact that it's going to be able to taint her view of the truth, and it's going to create bias, and then whether the truth is actually going to be solved or not is going to be ambiguous. And it's, yeah... If in the end, whether I find the truth or not, I'll keep on cursing Eva over and over until I die. And yeah, because of the fact that she's finding the truth for revenge, so even if she does find the genuine truth, and especially if it involves Eva, then yeah, awful. I'll just keep on cursing Eva over and over until I die. Yeah, what a crappy life. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, think about her school, think about her isolation, think about, you know, her total rejection from everyone around her, think about Kasumi. I totally see that. Yeah, what a crappy life, but now that's all I have left. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, is she not out Eva's storm of her? It's just horrible to think that she has no purpose for living, so, you know, the only thing that can provide her with some sort of security is, you know, revenge. Yeah, so I'll take revenge. Yeah, by exposing her crimes and showing the world. That's interesting. But I totally see that, yeah. My consciousness was slowly drifting away into a sleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, why is Onyi-chan showing me such a bizarre Dokenjima? Yeah, that is interesting, though, yeah. Is this supposed to be the truth? Enough with this farce. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't really understand. I think it's because of the fact that the real truth is too painful. So what Battler is trying to give here, it's going to be a little bit of a low-budget version of the, you know, pain that actually happens. The pain here is going to be nowhere nearly as bad as what happens in the actual truth. So it's kind of like if you're reading something. Let's liken, oh, here's a good example. So you watch Happy Sugar Life and then you watch Higurashi. Like, you just see psychological horror that's not really that bad, and then you see one that is just really over the top. What I'm trying to say, like, you become accustomed to the tragedy, and then you're shown the tragedy that is absolutely the worst when you're accustomed to it, so it's less of a shock. Maybe it could be that. I don't know. Enough of this farce. Why is even Onyi-chan... Oh, wait, I've got a better example than Happy Sugar Life. Lane. Serial Experiments Lane. Yep. Funny breakcore anime. Got breakcore. I'll just say that if anyone actually listens to breakcore. Just so that I don't get killed in the comments for misspeaking the genre. Why is even Onyi-chan trying to hide the truth from me? I'm trying to find it so that I can avenge him and the others. Yeah. Yeah, or Onyi-chan say the same thing as Amakusa. That revenge is meaningless. So I should stop. Yeah, is that why he's speaking in riddles, trying to make everything more confusing? It's none of his business. Not just trying to take revenge for their sakes. I'm doing it for my sake too. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, after all, that's the only reason I'm still alive. Taking revenge is my reason to live. Odd. Then again, this is the bad thing about Angie. She is so one-sided and she will never consider anything apart from the convictions that she has actually made. And she will never ever consider any other interpretations of the truth. What I'm trying to say, I mean, this is not a bad thing, obviously, if you have good self-belief and belief in what you think. But if what you think is wrong, then it could be detrimental. And that is just kind of the impression I'm getting here. Yeah, I don't have a clue what Oni-chan is thinking. Yeah, it's really ambiguous. Alright. Oh, interesting. What's this going to be? Oh, it's going to be really pleasant, yeah. Outside, the rain has started. Oh my god, I really hope we're going to actually see everything that's going to happen with regards to the, you know, family dinner and the inheritance and the distribution of the gold. Outside, the rain had started to pour down hard. Ah, yeah, fair enough, yep. It's marking the beginning of the twilight, marking the beginning of the turning points as well. Yeah, however, inside the cousin room, it was loud and cheery. Ah, brilliant, yeah. It could have been raining spears, and no one would have paid any attention. Damn. Fucking lunatic players. Why does Battler always laugh like a pedophile? Seriously. Or is that just me? Probably just me. That was the most edgy smile I think I've ever done in my life. I don't know why I did that. If you've seen the 7TV emote, very happy. That's me right now. I think it's 7TV or it's Francoface Z. I don't know. Full House. Take that. Oh my god, what are they playing? What? You weren't bluffing. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the cousins were all bursting with energy, sitting in a circle on the... Oh, that's sweet. Oh, they're playing cards. Oh, and I thought Battler always had crap in his hands every time he acted tough. God, somebody has a bit of a weird obsession. Of course, I've been losing all this time just to make you think that. Oh, I like that, yeah. Ushinomiya Batora. The man who loses strategically to win in the end. That's actually really quite ironic. Well, you didn't do that in episode 6. Battler's incredible. Oh, that's actually really quite funny. Battler's incredible, but somebody may have also lied about the fact that, you know, he is lost. Lost for the purpose of winning. Maybe he is lost. Maybe he was losing just because he sucks. That is incredible. All of my coins have disappeared again. Damn. I wonder what they're actually playing. I'll give you some mutton. Damn. God, somebody doesn't have any care about winning. It's definitely not like a Higurashi club activity. Then again, Katie and Nena in Tsumihoro were, in Higurashi Daybreak and Onikakushi, I suppose? Yeah. Yeah, Onikakushi. And Tsumihorobashi, I think. Let's crush Battler together, okay? Oh boy. Well, that's kind of like Katie and Den are trying to crush Mion. With just a deck of cards, the cousins could enjoy themselves for hours and hours. Ah, they're playing cards, right. And they have coins, though. What's that for? They were so engrossed that the occasional thunderbolt hardly even registered. And static in the back. Jeez, I'm so jealous. Oh my god, that must be so fun. Dude. Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. I wonder if dinner's ready. Oh yeah, I'm wondering that too. Who knows? It should be ready soon.
ずいぶん張り切ってたな。
Oh, good one, yeah. Guarda-san and the others really went all out for tonight.
ってことは随分と期待できそうだぜ。
Oh, yeah, and so do we as the readers. Which means we've got a lot to look
俺の
forward
6
to.
年ぶりの再会を祝してかな。
Oh my god, you would have wished. You wish everything would be so centered around you. Is this to celebrate my long
さっきシャノンに
awaited
聞いたけど、ハロウィンパーティーがあるって言ってた。
Yeah, what are you gonna eat? Let's hope there aren't gonna be eviscerated people when you go in the door. Ah, yes, what's the main course? One intestine pie. Oh, wait, no, what was the... Oh my god, yeah, mate, oh my god. Yeah, so for the starters, you've got the... Well, for your drink, you've got the Bloody Grouse cocktail. Then for the side, you've got the... What was it? The Rudolph tongue salad. And then you've got... What about Rosa Umineko? What about her? Wait, no, she didn't eat anything that was made from her, but Bloody Grouse served with a Rudolph tongue side. And then for our main meal, we've got your daughter's fucking head. And then, oh, what was the thing that Eva was? Oh my god. Wait, no, hang on a second. Kraus was skin. Wait, no, Eva was skin. And Rudolph was tongue. I can't remember. Oh, shit. This is important information! No, I think it was Eva skin and Rudolph. No, wait, sorry. Eva tongue, Rudolph skin. Yeah, I think it was that. I don't know, though. Yeah, it doesn't matter still. I'm just trying to be funny. It's kind of failing, isn't it? I heard from Shannon just now that it's going to be a
ホールで
Halloween
一食形式
party.
でやるそうだよ。
Oh my god, they'll set up a buffet in the... What the
すごいね。
fuck? Wow. Okay, that's going to be cool. Oh my god. Oh my god.
ハロウィンパーティー
A Halloween... Oh, yep, of course she's excited. A Halloween party.
すごい
Incredible, incredible. Oh god, there comes the intel.
はーい、どちら様？
Yeah, who is it? Oh. I'm actually quite surprised that Angie wasn't joining them in. Oh, yeah, but she must have, you know, she was firstly sleeping and secondly, you know, feeling really quite overwhelmed after everything. The bad weather as well. There was a knock and the door opened, and Angie was there. She had been sleeping in her parents' room. Oh, I see.
おお、エンジェか。
Yeah, away from the noise. Good one. Hey, Angie.
起きたか。
So you woke up?
あのね、晩ご飯だからお屋敷行くって
Oh, nice. They said it's time for dinner, so we have to go to the mansion.
準
Then?
備しなさいって
Oh, they said to get ready. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's going to be really quite interesting to see what's actually going to happen here. Food, food.
お腹すいた
Yeah, oh my god, I wonder what's actually going to be displayed. If there is anything that is really nice that is going to be shown, oh my god, I'm going to be hungry as well. Perhaps because she was the hungriest, Maria celebrated more vigorously than anyone else. And it's Maria, let's be honest. Oh my god, she jumped up happily and hopped off the bed, even though everybody else is sitting on it? Jesus Christ. Oh, right. As the others all clambered off the bed and started putting their shoes on, Kiria and Rudolph came into the view.
ほらガキども
Hey, brats!
飯だぞ行く支度をしろい
Time for food, so get ready.
今日はなんだか素敵みたいよ。
It looks today like today will be extra special.
楽しみね。
Yeah, same. Yeah.
マリア知ってる
I know.
ハロウィン
This is so gonna go wrong, by the way. Can I just mention that? I know, it's a Halloween party.
ハロウィンパーティー
A Halloween party. Oh, yep, somebody's gone into occult
マ
mode.
リアだけ知っててエンジェは知らない
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I know, and Angie doesn't.
お母さんハロウィンパーティーって何
Mom, what's a Halloween party?
さあ、何かしらね。
What? You arsehole, who
行
knows?
ってのお楽しみね。
Ah, yeah, maybe less so. We'll have to go and see for ourselves. I like that.
みんな、か。
Everyone ready?
そろそろ行くで。
It's about time to go. Oh, I see. Brilliant.
皆様
お揃いでしょうか。
Is everyone
ご
here?
案内いたします。
Please follow me.
マリアこっちいらっしゃい。
Maria, over
目
here.
が変よ。
Oh god. You've got to make sure as much as possible that everything is, you know, isn't it really quite funny that they need to dress, I mean obviously they need to dress the best because it is a formal occasion, but at the same time though it's just funny that they are dressing the best to please the likes of Kinzo, who literally acted like a child, but obviously in grandpa form. But it really makes sense when you think about it, but still it's just quite funny that. Maria, over here, your collar's crooked.
ああ、お腹空いちゃったわ。
Oh, I'm starving. Oh god, ironic choice of characters.
親族会議の一番の楽しみは食事よね。
Seriously, yeah. The food is the best part of these
エ
family
ンジェちゃんは
conferences.
お腹空いた？
Are you starving too, Angie-chan? Eva smiled at Angie.
うん
Yeah,
着いた
I'm starving.
エンジェ、
Angie.
着きましたでしょ？
Yeah, that's I'm hungry. Oh god. Somebody's been a bit too informal. But they're literally family members. I'm surprised. Don't worry about it.
そうよね。お腹空いたわよね。
Yeah, I bet you're starving.
おばさんもお腹ペコペコよ。
Yeah, my stomach's rumbling too.
よし、出発するぞ。
Okay, let's get out of it.
表は風も強いみたいだからな。
Looks like the wind's blowing hard outside.
傘を飛ばされるなよ。
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, make sure you're not handed a white umbrella by some mysterious person as well. Yeah, make sure you don't lose your umbrellas.
皆様、傘をお持ちください。
Everyone, please take an umbrella.
はい、エンジェちゃん、傘。
Here's your umbrella, Angie-chan.
ありがとうエヴァおばさん
Thanks, Aunt Eva. Yeah, isn't it interesting that they're making it so that Eva's nice side is being showed as much as possible?
やっぱり女の子は可愛いわね。
Oh, girls really are so
今
cute.
度、おばさんのお家にも遊びにいらっしゃい。
God, how ironic is that? Come over to play at your aunt's house one of these days.
約束よ。
It's a promise, okay?
エヴァおばさんってエンジェのことを気に入ってるんだ。
Jesus, that's horrible. Yeah. That must be properly cruel for Angie to see. You know, outside of the game board, Angie. It looks like Aunt Eva's taking a liking to Angie. Yep.
母さんは本当は娘が欲しかったらしいんだ。
Oh god, somebody's a reject. Apparently, mother really wanted a daughter. Oh, I see.
ああ、聞いたことあるぜ。
Oh, I heard that too.
小さい頃、私もずいぶん可愛がってもらった気が
Oh,
す
I
る。
see. I think she adored me too when I was little. Damn.
うちのママは本当は男の子が良かったって言ってたよ
My mama really said she wanted a son.
元気に生まれてきてくれれば性別なんてどうでもいいのよ。
Yeah, fair. If you could, well, then again, there could be gender-related differences that make it so that, you know, somebody is not happy whatsoever. Like, for example, I don't know, people... I don't know, issues with boys, issues with girls, stuff like that. If your kid grows up happily, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a
マ
girl.
リアは大切な神様からの授かり物なんだから。
Keep talking. Yeah, it's... I think she genuinely feels that, but after seeing everything that happened in episode 4, it's just kind of hard to believe. Yeah, if your kid grows up happily, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. Mighty girl is my precious, precious gift from God. Prove it. Lol. When they got outside, the wind was fairly strong. Eva, who had really hit it off with Jesus Christ, that sounds wrong. Who had really hit it off with Angie, offered to share an umbrella with a little girl. It was hard to tell what they were chatting so excitedly about. Oh, that's nice, yeah, but they seem to be getting along splendidly already. So that's obviously really, you know, just emphasising to the Angie outside of the game board the fact that, you know, these people do have good sides to them, and, you know, these people are fully possible to be viewed within two different lenses. Yeah, Basado opened his umbrella as he watched this. Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah. Basado opened his umbrella as he watched this. His little sister was cute when she clung to him, but she was just as cute as and as adorable when looking up at someone else with a happy smile. Yeah, I see that. This is a really sweet scene. Yeah, that's really nice. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here, and obviously how you know, their relationship changes. The wind and rain were strong, but even this must have been the perfect spice to heighten their anticipation of the... Ah, yeah, of the coming meal. I see that, yeah. Yeah, to totally fire them up. Yeah, you've got to get past the strong weather. And then you can go to the meal. Ooh, this is going to be really quite something. Oh my god, wow. Oh, this is cool. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? You can tell this family is rich and that the servants are good at their job. Jesus Christ. That's so cool. My god. Wow. Thanks to some festive decorations, the main hall have been remade into the scene of a Halloween party. God, the Ushinomiya family always took meals in the dining hall. Yeah, it's really quite surprising. Yeah, definitely. This is the first time I'd ever seen a buffet-style party set up in the main hall.
Yo, Batola!
Oh, that's quite funny that she's actually put on that dress. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, yo, Batola. Ah, yeah, somebody has actually got the right to wear that because of the fact that, you know, she is going to become the Witch of the Gold now, I suppose.
Oh, Maria! Hisashiburi de aru na.
Hey, Maria, long time no see. Beato! Oh my god, yeah.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
トリックオアトリート
Trick or treat. Oh my god, that's going to be funny. She's going to give a trick, let's be honest here.
お菓子はあるが今はやらぬぞ。
Trick her. Trick her. I have some candy for you, but now is not the time.
牛の前であるからな。
Bruh. I mean, to be fair, I don't eat sweets before meals, but fuck it. Chocolate before meals, that actually works sometimes. I mean, I'm sorry, if I'm hungry, I'm not going to eat anything healthy. Oh, I don't give a fuck about my health. I don't have... To be fair, a lot of the time, we don't really have savoury snacks in our house. So it's kind of tricky for me anyway.
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェさん。
Thank you, Beatrice-san.
相変わらずお美しいわね。
Yeah, isn't it really interesting to think that Loza actually knows of Beatrice here? Yeah. And it's as if they've been talking beforehand, and you know, these people, and Beatrice is a frequent visitor to you know, the family. She comes every conference. It's really cool that.
ローザこそ。
You too, Loza.
子持ちとは思えんぞ。
Love that. You certainly don't look old enough to be a mother. That is fair enough. I mean, to be fair, if you didn't know that Loza was probably in her 40s or 50s, you know, you would definitely think that she's 20. Easily. I do see that. You certainly don't look old enough to be a mother.
お前少し出来上がってねえか。
Have you been drink? Oh no.
耳が少し赤いぞ。
Ooh, your ears are looking pretty red there. That was not what I was expecting.
あの後ちょいとそのだな。
Yeah, I love that. Well, after you left.
金蔵が珍しい酒を手に入れたという
Oh my god, what about the 1947 alcohol? Is it that?
ちょびっとだ。
Well, after you left, Kinzo said he brought this rare drink, so I couldn't help but sample a bit. Oh yeah, fair enough. Get a few shots. Get like 10 shots. Good one.
食事の前のお菓子は自重するのに、飲酒は自重しねえんだ。
I love that. Oh my god. That is such a good comeback. Beatrice has had everything about her fucking destroyed from that comeback. Oh my god.
失礼いたします。
Pardon me.
ベアトリーチェ様。
Yeah, isn't it ironic to think that Shannon and Beatrice are here? I think what has happened is every single personality of Shannon has actually been split here. Pardon me, Beatrice-sama, the master is calling for you. Interesting. I saw Kinzo beckoning from over by the porch. Oh, that's interesting. Probably rehearsal for what's going to happen tonight. God.
やれやれ。
Good grief.
セレモニーとは金蔵も形式にこだわる男よ。
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you've got to make it elegant, especially with a dress like that. You know, you've got to make it as elegant as possible.
例の黄金の返還式うんぬんってことなんだろうな。
It's probably about that ceremony for the gold's return.
後ろ
Yeah,
宮家に
that's
とっ
going
て
to
は
be interesting.
一つの大きな節目なんだ。
This is a huge turning point for the Ushinomiya family.
付き合ってやれよ。
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you better go and play along.
ちと寂しい気持ちもあるがな。
It does make one feel a bit lonely, though.
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師であることはこれからも変わらねえさ。
Yeah, I love that, yeah. This won't change the fact that you're the Ushinomiya family alchemist.
であるな。
Perhaps.
ではちょっと行ってくる。
Then I'll be back shortly.
後ほどな。
See you later, okay?
源氏の話によると、今日のパーティー、ちょっとした趣向があるらしいぞ。
According to Genji, today's party has a bit of a theme to it.
楽しみにしておれ。
Ooh, you better look forward to it.
用意したのはお前じゃないだろうが。
Oh my god, I love that. You make it sound like you did any of the work. Oh my god, I love that. You're another one who obsesses too much over the... Oh, yes. You've got to obsess over too many details. You've got to obsess about the fact that she has done no work to actually set this up, and yet she's talking as if she has, you know, basically just entirely helped it come together. Yeah, but that's obsessing too much over the details. Tell that to anybody who copied your homework, or other way around, anybody you copied the homework off. That is if you're sad enough to do that. You're another one who obsesses too much over
では
details.
後ほどな。
Later.
お兄ちゃん、今日は何かあるの？
Yeah, that is a really good question. On Yi-chan, is something going to happen today?
何か特別な日？
Is it a special day? Yeah, it looked like even Ange had picked up on that much. Oh god, she seemed to be... Oh god, yeah, she seemed to be getting tense for no reason.
後ろ宮家にとっては特別な日だ。
Yeah, this is a special day for the Ushinomiya family.
エンジェとは関係ないから気楽にしてていいんだぜ。
Oh yeah, that's going to be really interesting, but it doesn't have anything to do with you personally, so you should just relax.
うん。
Okay.
そうだ。ねえねえお兄ちゃん聞いた？
Oh my god. Hey, did you know?
さっきエヴァおばさんからね、すごい秘密を
Oh
聞い
no,
た
no,
の。
no, no. I just had a huge secret from our
マ
aunt
リアお
Eva.
姉ちゃんも知らない秘密、お兄ちゃんにだけ教えてあげるね。
Even Mario Nechan doesn't know, but I'll say, oh my god, I wonder what it's actually going to be. Oh yeah, she's probably getting nervous because of the fact that this is going to be a really significant day, and also something that is going to change everything, but no, doesn't concern her whatsoever. I see that. It does concern her family, but it doesn't directly concern her. Oh my god.
ほう？
So what is the secret? Oh,
秘密ってなんだなんだ。
my question entirely.
あのね、
Oh no.
ア
Okay,
ーモ
okay.
ンドが入ってたら当たりなんだって。
That if you get an almond in yours, in your what? What?
当たりって
Win?
くじ引きか何かの
Is
話
this
か。
like a lottery or something?
とにかくアーモンドが当たりなの。
Anyway, if you get an almond, you win. That's going to be interesting. So it's going to be some sort of treasure hunt or some sort of luck of the draw? I don't know. In yours? In your what? Oh my god, Angie puffed out her cheeks. Apparently she wanted to be praised for sharing this exciting secret. But just knowing that almonds win doesn't... Yeah, seriously though. Then again though, if you actually understand the game, then maybe it'll be really helpful. I don't know. Okay, got it.
大切な秘密を教えてくれて ありがとうな。
Yep, she just wants praise. She will never go until she has got praise. Okay, got it. Thanks for letting me in on that major secret.
お兄ちゃん嫌い。
You're mean on
せ
Nichan.
っかく秘密を教えてあげたのに。
And I even told you my secret. I love that. Oh my god. Somebody is a little bit pissed off about the insignificance of the secret. Oh, this is just totally mocking everything that's happening with regards to Angie. But then again, I think it's definitely teaching her to see the love within their relationship. This is just emphasizing without love it cannot be seen. It really is. Well, everything does, to be honest. Well, have love to actually see the truth. And consider the possibility aside from the one that is, you know, really awfully considered. Oh, Angie, her cheeks still puffed up, headed back to where Aunt Eva was. They are really getting along well. Yes, I agree, yeah. Well, I guess I have no problem if it's her aunt. Yeah. If it was some guy from her class, I don't care if they're in elementary school, it's not happening. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? Jesus Christ, some of these are a little bit too controlling. Why though? I don't understand. Oh, at that moment, Genji-san's voice rang out. The chatter gradually subsided, and the rain outside again became apparent. Hmm.
皆様、ご静粛に願います。
That's going to be really interesting. I'm just going to do something real quick. Hold up. Yeah, okay, I think what I'll do is, you know, I'll leave all of this for tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to go now. My god, that was a really, really interesting day. And, you know, just firstly seeing everything about, you know, what's happened with Angie, everything regarding, yeah, that's really quite fun. You know, everything that happened with Angie. Oh my god, I love the stuff about Angie and revenge. I thought that was a really, really interesting conversation. And, you know, just in general, the weird mockery of the truth. Oh god, the magical trick at the beginning, that was really quite cool. And, yeah, in general, I think this actually has a lot of potential to be really, really interesting. And, you know, I am so interested in, you know, what's actually going to happen with regards to, you know, not only the truth that Angie is going to discover, what is her journey going to have in terms of differences to episode 4? Is she going to actually discover the truth, by the way? That's another question. And also, I really do wonder, you know, everything regarding Kinzo and Beatrice and the Golden Ceremony and what this game board is truly going to be about. How is it going to relate? Because, you know, this is the turning point, I feel. I feel this, whatever is going to really badly happen, this is going to be, you know, the final part before the turning point. I don't know, I just feel like greed is going to become a motive for murder and then it may happen. I don't know, maybe everything's actually going to go wrong here. It's impossible to tell. It really, really is impossible to tell. So, I don't know. It's just going to be so ambiguous. And I'm really excited to see what the key presents. There are so many things that I want to learn about here, to be honest, and yeah, man, this is going to be a really fun read tomorrow. So yeah, I've got something to look forward to. So yeah, I'm really quite happy, you know, that I've got something to look forward to. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah, see you tomorrow.